No,
They can see you?
no, I turned off my camera, but I'm sitting here. I'm like, are you on? I'm like, why is it saying Benjamin Rich? I forgot what's signed into your Zoom. And I'm on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I forgot what's signed into
Hello.
And I'm on. Hello.
Mic check. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thought it was a little delay at first. Just make sure everything is good. Let it mic check. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thought it was a little delay at first. Just make sure everything is good. Let it mic check. Can anybody hear me? Yeah, there is a weird delay going on. I don't know if you guys hear that delay. Thought it was a little delay at first. Just make sure everything is good. Let it mic check. Can anybody hear me? But it's certainly a weird delay going on. I don't know if you guys hear that delay. But it's certainly a weird delay. Okay, I think I know what the problem was. Let me see. Mic check. All right, we should be good. Let everybody join in. For those on YouTube, tap into the come into the actual Zoom link if you can. I'm gonna put that inside the description below the video. YouTube, Facebook, IG. Yo, Adam, what's good? LB in the house. Levon.
Y'all hear me? Space.
G Bro Sarky.
Is my mic working?
Yep.
Okay, boom. Just put that my mic. Right. Banner up. Okay. How's everybody doing? How's the family doing?
Yeah, we all good, man. Chilling. Adam was good.
Yeah. I'm in a great mood today. Great. You know hear me?
G Bro Sarky.
Peace, peace, peace. I'm left.
Yeah, we all good, man. Chilling. Adam was good. I got this crazy echo again. Let me figure out what this is.
Okay.
Yeah, we all good, man. Chilling. Adam was good. I got this crazy echo again. Let me figure out what this is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying this YouTube stream stuff. I'm not liking it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it only shows the person who has the video on. Let me see how it sounds on mine. Testing,
Yeah.
testing, 1, 2, 3.
I'm not. Yeah, it's only showing mine. But I guess the main thing is trying to get rid of this echo.
Okay.
Yeah, trying this YouTube stream stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I think you gotta make sure it doesn't pick up your mic, because your mic's gonna be going through the Zoom audio anyway, so you're gonna hear it through YouTube, but you don't want your streaming software to pick it up.
Yeah, it was double back
Same one.
through. Yeah,
Right.
YouTube and Zoom. All right, so had a little emergency issue that had to be dealt with my co-host today. She'll be in shortly, Miss Queen Aaliyah. And so I'll just start off with is anybody here new that has any questions, or just have any general questions about anything in regards to the Malachian Empire, services and things of that nature? You guys can just open up and start asking those questions now. Okay, I think somebody's trying to talk, but I can't hear anything.
I'll be right back too.
And I can remember so vividly this thing. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my whole life. So, ACM nomination for playing the Houston Livestock.
There's some people asking questions in the comments on YouTube as well.
See, that's gonna be kind of hard. I'm not gonna be able to do all that.
I'll check them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm trying. Everybody on YouTube. The only reason we're streaming on YouTube is so everybody is as a notification. We need everybody that want any questions answered, or that wants to ask any questions to tap into the Zoom.
Yeah. You want to put the Zoom link in the description on YouTube? That way everybody over there can tap in.
Yeah. Yeah, check the link that's getting posted inside the in the comments for everybody on YouTube.
Somebody said GMB producers, I'm new to the basics of the tribe. Everybody saying hello. Checking in. Share this link out to some of my people.
Okay. See a couple new faces. Natalie Price, welcome. Yermi Yahoo, that's a new name. All right, looks like everybody's getting the memo. We have Miss Alicia Lyons. We have Crypto Explorer.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, chica?
Greeting.
Peace, Empress. All right, so once again, for all the newcomers, well, first of all, the reason why I'm starting back doing the
Can't hear you no more. This audio went out.
Okay, what about now?
It's good. All good.
All right, so yeah, the reason why we are back to doing these conferences is for the benefit of the community, to keep everybody, all current members up to speed with what's going on, and also to properly introduce any of the new members that have just recently joined, to for them to ask any questions, for us to answer any questions and give clarity to anything that they might not be aware of or understand. So this is what this is for. News, updates, questions and answers. The first go round of last month was more so introduction to, some key people that's in the background and stuff like that I want to introduce you guys to. But today is all about you guys. This is how you guys, because people, of course, inbox me a lot, and I just absolutely cannot keep up with that. These individual consults and stuff like that. So this is a way that you guys can help me help you, and help us help each other by asking these questions on a broader basis. So please, whoever has any questions, comments, and concerns, please start spitting those out to me.
Hi, I have a question. This is Alicia. I just joined yesterday. And I just wanted to know what was the difference with the international driver's license and the permit. Why is it that we have two identifications? I just was filling out all of my paperwork. So that was a question that I had.
Okay, good question. All right, so an international driving permit is not valid without without the company of an international driver's license. So the concept is as simple as this, where let's say, for instance, that we were going to another country, like physically.
Okay.
And we will say, hey, we know where we're going to go to Jamaica, and so currently in our regular status as a U.S. citizen, you would have to have a valid. Typically, you would do something like going to a company like AAA and acquiring a international driving permit there. See, so international driving permits are not necessarily foreign to agencies or government agencies and stuff like that. This is the typical device that is used when traveling internationally or outside of the country in which you were born or birth or are a citizen of. So if we were going to Jamaica, we would go to one of these third-party agencies, which are private organizations, and then we would show them proof of our credentials or state contract or state driver's contracts, which is the driver's license, and based upon proof of contract and identification of a valid driver's license, they can now grant you or issue you a international driving permit. Now, the funny thing about this is where people get confused in general. For people that have some type of awareness of a international driving permit, they automatically assume that one has to do with the other. You see what I mean? What they do within their agencies have nothing to do with us per se, but it's similar concepts. Because a person would say, well, how come we just can't go to AAA and just get, pay them $50, $75 for their international driving permit? Okay, well, the beautiful part of that experience would explain that the international driving permit technically would be invalid in the United States. The whole purpose of you getting issued an international driving permit in the current country or state that you're in is to travel within whatever country that you plan to operate in. So you'll see on the actual international driving permit issued by a U.S. agency, it'll say on the international driving permit that this permit is not valid for travel inside the United States because it's issued for travel outside of the United States. The same, you can't operate within the same jurisdiction of the issuing party. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be no purpose of an international driving permit to operate within the same jurisdiction that you have a valid driver's license in. You see what I mean? So, and if the whole requirement for you to get issued an international driving permit from a state agency was to have a valid state driver's license, that'll defeat the whole purpose of us separating ourselves from the driver's license or state identification or driving contract. You see what I mean? It's a conflict of interest and defeats the whole purpose of what we're doing. And the whole purpose of the separation to remove the assumption of being that legal person, that fictitious entity, to remove the liability of the evidence of us waiving our rights to travel in exchange for a privilege to drive. It'll contradict all those things. So that's why it's not good to when people assume one thing has anything to do with another in comparison, especially in comparison to what we do, because we do things completely different. It has a different purpose outside of what a person is normally used to. So with that being said, we are technically our own independent nation, but by the most correct classification would be considered a micronation. So within that micronation, but a nation doesn't necessarily have a comparison or relation to a body of land. All right, so a nation is actually a collective or a body of people, which plays the role as being the assembly of that nation. Hold on, let me let all these people in. So now the country aspect comes into place once we acquire particular types of land. And because we are streaming live publicly right now, I can't get into the details of that. But as we acquire particular types of land in particular types of area, that becomes the governing body that complements the concept of the Malachian Empire or the Republic of Malachi. So the Malachian Empire reflects the nation of people, the collective, the organization, the assembly, you see what I mean? And the Republic of Malachi will reflect the actual land masses that are acquired or claimed, the territory that is claimed for the people of the Malachian Empire, which is classified as the Republic, if that makes sense. Now, based on traditional principles, government standards, yes, we issue through this private assembly, association, ministries, whatever you want to call it, we are able to issue out our own private identifications, such as our IDPs and IDLs, but we still follow and respect certain nationwide or international government standards, because government respect governments. And the whole reason we're doing this stuff is to be respected, right? So this is why we still follow certain standards, just as well as we follow. Well, first of all, did I answer your question already?
I think so.
Uh-oh.
I think so.
Let me see. What's the
people,
better way? Huh?
People ask in the comments, where's the Zoom link?
Well,
Put it in the YouTube comments. It got to be in the description.
yes, it's everywhere. I just put it.
But you find the link through the Gmail and receive it, but not the.
Hold on, I'm putting it in the comments again. I blasted it out inside the network. Should be in everybody's inbox in the Malachian Empire Network. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube.
That's the only place I don't see it at, is YouTube.
Yeah, I can't.
Right.
I'm not even. Were you able to put it in the comments?
Nope, it won't let me.
Yeah, that's, I guess, because we live right now.
Mm.
But hey, they should be inside the Malachian Empire. So
Yeah.
all right. So because of that, we still, even though we're separate and we're different, we have different ways of operation, we still have certain government standards and stuff like that we stick to. So that being said, if you was to go through a traditional route, an international driving permit cannot be issued without having a valid license, driver's license. So in our case, you would have to have that valid international driver's license issued by the Republic of Malachi, or FTA, the Foreign Travel Administration, which is the DMV department of the Republic of Malachi, if that makes sense. Just like the state of Illinois has the DMV, but the state of Illinois and the DMV are two separate entities, but within the covenant of the United States. So is this stuff starting to make sense to you guys?
Yes, it makes sense.
Okay. So another thing is that another thing too is that the agents and agencies are aware too, because you can't just travel with an international driving permit by itself, because it's like, okay, we say you have a permit, but remember, we're operating in a foreign capacity. So the assumption though, but we're leveraging the assumption. So we know the actuality and reality, but we're leveraging the assumption, just like the government leverages their assumption on us. We assume a lot of things. That's why we're held liable for a lot of things, because of our assumption of liability. So they're going to assume that you're from or were born or live in another quote unquote country. But being foreign has nothing to do with residency. You see what I mean? So, but that's all that they're trained to understand and know, as far as, where do you live and where you're born. And when they ask you questions like that, they're just trying to find an area where they can claim jurisdiction. That's why that's a trick question. You know, they want to, because if you mention like, oh yeah, I was born I was born in Texas. Oh, okay, cool. We got jurisdiction over Texas. So they're going to use that as leverage and take jurisdiction. So that'll be a conflict of interest to your foreign identification, because they're gonna try to take the name that you provided and run a search with the name in relation to the state that you said you was born in that is within their jurisdiction. But if you operate fully within the foreign capacity, they have nothing to attach anything to in order to grant themselves jurisdiction. Because remember, no matter what, as a flesh and blood man and woman, we are not obligated to contract or do business with anybody, but the states and the governments have leverage over the certain things that we do because of the contract. It's not just because, hey, we're the government, you must do what we say because we are the government. You're born just automatically. There has to be law. Law is all about contractual agreements. So there has to be somewhere down the line where what gave them power, authority, and permission to have the authority over you as the flesh and blood person. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because, even though they want us to believe, and most people are programmed that, hey, this is just how it is. This is just the way it is. No, it's not just the way it is. It's at some point there was a contract that obligated you to do whatever, or to submit or commit to whatever, or to be obligated to whatever. So it's up to us to start identifying these contracts, separating ourselves from these contracts, and in hopes to removing as much liability from these things as possible, so we can start operating more safely, protecting ourselves and protecting our assets. Let me see. We got to understand that this is a big game of chess, and it's all about us checkmating them and them not checkmating us, but at the same time understanding the game, realizing what game we're playing, and beating them at the game. But understand the game still exists, whether you want to partake in it or not, because nobody on this channel is going to cut up all their credit and debit cards and live up under a rock. Sorry, nobody's going to do that. So you have to know how to navigate through these public channels and through this matrix. And the whole purpose and intent of the Republic of Malachi is to provide the tools, resources, and the services that you guys need to be able to do this type of stuff successfully. And one of the first areas is having a good body of identification, because the name of the game in most legal instances is them being able to identify you. So once they identify who they claim you to be, now they can identify their authority over you, the legal person. So in essence, all we're doing is swapping out the legal person, who that legal person is. You know what I'm saying? The legal person is our private person, which is our private trust, which is now clothed with, our private identification. A lot of people get scared and think that, what we are doing, well, is it legal? Well, we have to start defining legal and illegal. Now, if we were out here issuing out, documentations and identification that had United States seals on it, that had United States officer signatures, and anything in relation to something that was created and controlled by them, including your government name, which is why we no longer allow government names on our identification. There's a reason behind that. But this is another reason why it's important for people to stay in tune and stay involved so they can have a clear understanding on what is what and what is not. Because if you guys are not committing yourselves to these calls and staying involved in the network, and you just out here buying the identification, not knowing what means what, and you fucked around and filled your application out wrong because you didn't try to go through a third party, and you probably got double taxed for something we probably charge half the amount for, and you just, I don't know. I just don't understand the kind. Some people don't understand the importance of that commitment though, because people want to reap the rewards, but don't want to put in the time, the energy and the focus and commitment to themselves and to the community, So, any faults will be the fault of those individual people, you have to know the game in order to know how to play it. Oh, so back to another point I wanted to make in reference to identification as far as on the tribal ID. So our tribal identification has specific purpose. For one, states and state agencies are more I wouldn't say more either. I wouldn't say more. They when you have a foreign identification, everything on that, the rule is everything on that identification has to be foreign. Because think about it, even without running a state driver's license number or state ID number, the cities and states have their own separate contracts with each individual person too. Because when you move, you register your vehicle, you register all your shit, you register your new address and all this other stuff, And so now you have a state and county registrations now. Now you have multiple contracts within up under the state. You see, so now the systems are so sophisticated based on the information that you provided them and the contracts that you signed with them, because they said that's just the way it is. Now they can just run your government name and tie you right back to the original contracts that you were trying to remove yourself from. And so a person might say, well, I didn't give him my driver's license. I didn't give him that. I said, okay, so what name did you give him? Okay, what name is the car in? You gave him the name that matches the name that the car is registered in, which is the name of the person that has the contract with the state, which happens to be suspended. So guess what? Yeah, you're probably going to go to jail still. So that's how this stuff works. So if we understand the importance of being completely private, we understand the biggest part of the game to understand about privacy is understanding how to operate and the importance of operating in a foreign capacity. Our point is to create our own and manage our own. We create our own. We contract amongst each other. This is private. Can't nobody come and intervene with this shit. This shit is in our bylaws. This shit is in our Bible. This shit is in our scriptures. These are the safeguards that we use because we created them, and we have the right and power to create as gods and goddess, in this particular realm. Somebody asked too, I get this question a lot about why does the tribal IDs expire? Because we got a lot of organizations and people out here that be putting no expiration on their identification. Say when you say expires, it says never. That, in my personal opinion and experience, that does not make sense at all. I get the point, but it's more so as a ego stroke than anything, because in the real world, that type of identification is not going to be looked at respectfully, because so we got to start thinking with nation building mindsets. Everybody wants to be free so much they think there's no rules or regulations involved. Yeah, there's rules and regulations because that's how a real organization operates. So if anybody doesn't understand that concept, this is not the organization for you. And the reason why we will outlast the majority. If you could think to yourself, just personally, how many changes that you had to make in order to make it to where you are in life, right? Think about all the changes that you had to make with self, right? In order to make it to where you are in life. These are daily changes, monthly changes, and damn sure yearly changes. So that means on a day-to-day, month-to-month, yearly basis, you're constantly updating yourself. You have to update, right? In order to change. And some people think are afraid of change. But with change comes the proper growth, development, and true evolution of self and anything that you're doing. So everything is subject to change. Things are subject to change at any time, just within ourselves in general, and because of the world around us. The world right now is changing at a rapid speed, at a rate that nobody has ever experienced before. So how can we possibly set up a system that we can quote unquote say should never change? So you should never update your shit. You never, no changes, right? Ever. Like that does not make sense. That is the most foolish mindset ever. That's how a child thinks. Every year you need to update your shit because anything can happen and we need to switch some shit up to safeguard your ass and you don't even know about it. Like that's just common sense stuff. That stuff really bothers me and irritates me because I'm talking to adults. You know, people just want things to say some shit just because it makes them feel good. I'm not about to feel good. I'm all about what makes sense. Because to this day, I don't get, we have a 1% rate of incident reports and calls. And I want to keep it that way. So the reason why I'm able to stand on that is because I don't allow just anything to go out there any type of way. Some people we don't allow to buy certain things. No, you're not ready for that. I don't care if you're willing to pay full price or double. Because your money is not worth our name and our credibility, and we're trying to build a fucking nation. So whoever don't get that, get the fuck up out of here. You know, go to one of those other motherfuckers that's gonna say some shit just because they want the money. Another bad thing that I'm seeing here that's kind of, you know, irritation is that we have people that come in, no matter what, people are gonna come and go because not everybody is gonna have, you know, good intentions in general, but not everybody is really about the empowerment and actually building what we're trying to build here. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people like we are not an ID company. We are not an identification company. You know what I'm saying? We are a nation of people. We are establishing and reestablishing our own government bodies, self-operated, independent government body, truly independent. So if you say we're independent from the states or governments that you guys were contracted with, that means we have a responsibility to create and recreate the things that we're separating ourselves from. If you're trying to separate yourselves from their system, there still has to be a system in order to operate because their system is in control of all the fucking shit around you. How you gonna get past go? You know? So we have people, so we make it mandatory for people to, before you move forward with any of our services, yes, you must become a member. You have people that say, well, I don't know why I got to become a member. You don't want to become a member, but you want our membership identification. You don't want to become a member, but you want to bear our identification. That shit just don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand that concept. You know, you want to be a part, you want to reap the benefits, but you don't want to be a part. You want to be a part, but you don't want to be a part. You know, like, okay, cool. You know, so you got the people that come in and they might pay their first month subscription to the network, which helps us maintain a sustainable community, which helps us reallocate time into better products, better services, better this, better that, rather education for ourselves, for us to learn the shit that we offer, because that takes time and money first. You see what I mean? And constantly grow and develop. This shit takes time and money. So yes, our shit costs. because that shit costs us. So of course, if we pay the way, you guys have to you have to do your part too, you know. So that's my spill on that. Any questions so far? Oh shit! I wish I was recording this whole time. That'd have been nice. I'm gonna start it.
No, you was. You was.
Oh well, it's on YouTube anyway. So
Yeah.
strip the audio.
Wow, you went extensive into that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So how do we offer? All right. Somebody says, how do we offer our talents to the tribe? And are you still offering the plates? Plates are. I'm not comfortable with offering plates to definitely not new members at all. I prefer those members to be, have some skin in the game, as far as knowing how to operate, knowing how to stand on things, whatever like that. I just don't want. I just cannot. I don't have time for the phone calls. I just don't. There's some other things, some other levels I want to take the license plates to more so safeguard. We did our soft release and test run, and we didn't. I think we had only one incident and one actual incident, and that was still kind of tied to some other stuff. So I can't really say it was nothing ever happened that was just related to the actual device. But still, I just not comfortable yet to offer that to new members. And on top of that, they're great though at the same time. But I prefer a person has some skin in the game already and really know the responsibility they hold with that. You have to know your shit. Yeah, and you have to know who we are and in the whole spectrum. Because outside of that, we still have options. And for the most part, most people are not even in position to operate with private plates, because if you don't own that vehicle and hold that title, you can't have private plates anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now outside of that, our first recommendation for plates would be, through proper registration through the state. You know what I'm saying? Because we already have a process that, it's kind of neither here nor there. Like operating in the private places for like somebody like that's really up there in the ranks and that, know how to defend themselves, fight their own fights, willing to go through the ringer, and accept that, I've done it for years, but that's me, but at the same time, I'm fully confident and comfortable with the process that we have set up, through the registration through the state. So it's neither here nor there. We have ways, you know what I'm saying? Because, and to be honest with you, I almost like, for bragging rights, I'm 100% honest with you. It's more so like a trophy or bragging rights, moving around in, my foreign national license plates and, on my diplomat plates and shit like that. It's just to talk my shit and run my shit. But all actuality, I'm 100% comfortable with, my state registered plates too, because at the end of the day, it provides us a way. It's a channel that we utilize to feed the system the information that we need them to register to protect the fashion in which we operate in. So for example, if a person is in position for plates, they would take their title. We would show them how to take their title or advise them on how to take their title, or recommend, take out the word advise. We're not advisors. we would recommend, yeah, you take that, you take first. Okay, look, when you first come in, this is what you guys should be focusing on. Damn near step by step. When you walk through these doors, you got to think you're removing yourself from the public and going into the private. You literally are abandoning that government property. You leaving that name alone. You leaving that number alone. And with that, you will declare or affirm yourself as such and such, of such and such. And with that new name will be adopted and accepted by the Malachian Empire and endorsed by the Malachian Empire. And we will actually go through a form of a naturalization process. So that's what the prep course is for, which is being revamped right now. And now will be free of charge. Back in the day, it was $250 just to take the course to be a member. You had to take the course first in order to be a member. So as long as you pass that course with a 70% or more, boom. So that's going to be the new standard again before a person could have membership now. You see what I mean? So now from there, you take that private name, and now we have to give it a body now. Now you have a name. The name is just a spirit, that's just a thought. So now we have to give it a body. We have to give it some substance. So that's when you come and get your tribal ID in the name of that private trust. That's when you get your international driver's license, your international driving permit. That's when you get your private debit card. That's when you get your private insurance card. You see what I mean? Then that's when you create your trust. You know what I'm saying? Your private trust, your business trust, or your irrevocable trust. You see what I mean? And then from there, now you have your trust established. You have your new legal person, your new private.
Can you freeze? You froze for a little bit, huh? Can y'all hear?
Now, from there, you go to the next to phase 2, the next level. The next level is
You froze on us, Chief. I missed a portion of that.
Where to stop at?
For like 20 seconds.
Okay, so
You were talking about the start of the process.
Yeah. After there's basically the rebirthing process. We do the
Again.
You're
name.
freezing again.
slow.
Lisa asked another question too. What's the main
It was
difference?
It was getting good too, man.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, y'all see they cut me out after that shit.
Right? He was going in.
These are some funny guys. So same shit they did. So we have to make it real, right? Remember, real to them is plastic and paper, right? Real to them is not flesh and blood. It's plastic and paper. Okay, cool. You want some plastic and paper and some ink? Here you go. And guess what? Y'all ain't got no authority over this shit. Does this shit have a United States seal on it? No. Does this shit have a United States flag on it? No. So you see what I mean? Y'all see where I'm going with this stuff. So from there, like, damn, how you gonna move? How you gonna navigate? You ain't, some people can't use their social no more. That shit all fucked up. So what you gonna do now? What you gonna do for credit? You need credit. It's only credit out here, credit and debt, right? So what you gonna do? Well, that's where trade capital comes along. The business section. This is where you establish your business credit. This is the private side to credit. You build you fuel and establish the credit and activate the credit profiles of your trust. And now you have a lifeline to move and navigate in the world of commerce. And now, if your government body or name is in good standing, you know, and stuff like that, it's no problem to keep them around. But your job is just to utilize and control him or her or it on a case by case basis that serves your interests. And within every form and arrangement or scenario on a per contract to contract basis, we know the foundation of our or area of study that teaches us how to properly contract with using our government, the use of our government name and our government's identification number, social security number, is within contract law. You guys know how or should know how, or be trying to learn how to reserve your rights within these contracts, because you still will be going into contract. But you are the contractor. As a contractor, you hold a responsibility. And like they gonna say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Hold on, I got people in this waiting room. I know this is an early meeting for us. You know, I gotta take a road trip to pick up my son. So I started this early. Usually it's like late, like more so towards the evening. So I know this kind of threw people off. So that's why we still got people coming in right now. But for the most part, I think we got the majority of this stuff recorded, and then this stuff will be available for inside the Malachian Empire Network to rewatch or whatever. If I got to re-edit the stuff and relaunch it, I will. But but that's what it is. So the first areas of focus is for us is identification, navigation, you know, travel. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much have domestic covered. We pretty much have every form of basic identification purposes covered. You know, we have, now the next stage is international travel. That's the big that's the next level. And probably the final level when it comes to identification. So just so you guys know, yeah, currently we're only dealing with the we're still dealing with the U.S. passport. We do have a particular affidavit that we attach to those for people that need that. But in a nutshell, I haven't personally entertained that much. That's why I don't really speak on it much. But you know, that is a undisclosed option. But that's because all my time and energy is going to the development of the Malachian passports. You know, I don't put a lot of energy into other people's shit, you know what I'm saying, as far as their shit. You know, I'm all about what the fuck we got to do to create our own shit, you know? So that's what I've been doing. And we're almost to the point of pressing that button and and taking those through that level. So you guys will be, you know, of course, the first to know when those joints are released. And we're gonna take over the game with that when that drop, you know. So patience is virtue. Now, another update.
Hopefully what he just said answers your question, Alicia. I hear your question there. Hopefully what he just said answered that. Just in due time.
Yep. Any
Peace, Chief. Jeremy Yahoo here. I'm inquiring about how we, as members, would offer our talents to the nation.
There are a lot of things that need to be done. It's real hard for me to select people to do particular tasks. I'm the type of guy I got to kind of see it being done first, and then, and I'll be like, oh, damn, okay, bro got that covered. Cool. Let's send all that shit to him. I'm like that, but in general, I think would be an easy help that everybody can start with doing is, without not selling the knowledge or selling the empire per se, because I don't believe in that. Somebody texted me today, that was inquiring about membership and stuff like that. And, I guess there's a lot of bullshit out here. So people are getting scammed a lot of Cash App scams and bullshit going on. So our people are used to a lot of bullshit when it comes to nigga rolls and stuff, So, but I guess, he wanted to specifically talk to me in order to, because he said he had a fear of being scammed. So I'm like, if I sat and talked to every single person before they came in, we would not be where we are right now. I just can't do it. You see what I mean? Now, my only approach from that is to say, my response is like, maybe you need to join them on the conference. So hopefully he's on the conference now, and he can ask whatever questions, or whatever questions will be already answered for him. Or I always advise people to take their time, sit back and watch, pay attention to, the things we do, and so you can gain the security and the certainty, that you need to move forward. Because I'm not going to call you and convince you that we're not scammers. We're not, I'm not going to call you and convince you that that's sales. We're not selling this. You will know, your spirit will know, your heart will know, if this is for you, because it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We have some good things going. Do we have a perfect organization, perfect system? Do we have everything? No. And let me know which system does, but there's always if anybody goes back to the track record of even me personally, you guys can always pull back track records of constant progress, so that's the information that you use to make your decision. You want to be involved in something that's going to continue to evolve and progress. But my bad, to answer your question, I think a lot of people, we get a lot of people's attention based on what we have to offer. As simple as that. You know what I'm saying? People love our identification, love a lot of the things that we do. So that's what initially attracts people. Then they get to learn everything else that we have to offer, our whole objectives and agendas and stuff like that. They learn that later, but they come for the goodies. You know what I'm saying? They smell the milk and cookies first. You know what I'm saying? They smell the milk and cookies, So that being said, when you guys get your identifications and, and when some of you guys that go through the full tribal process and getting your tribal birth certificates and all that shit, all that good shit, share the shit. You know what I'm saying? Share the shit, because one share is gonna equal at least 1 to 4, people of interest. You see what I mean? So that helps us build the community. You see what I mean? But we do have a lot of people that don't share shit, that are just I'm just super private. So
I told her it's probably about
just off of that alone is considered aid and assistance. And then of course we have our referral programs and stuff like that. That the Malachian Empire Network, the system automatically allocates, how many people that you referred in and using your unique link. You know what I'm saying? So you get credits for those. So you get extra benefits, you get extra discounts, you get all these things. So that's an incentive. That helps a big part. The educational process, if from when you guys start sharing things, about the organization, to peers or followers and stuff like that, they're gonna of course have questions, right? And then the first person they're gonna ask a question to is their first initial point of contact, usually, which is you. You know, so you being educated, you're taking the time to educate yourself on what is not, you know, would help assist us with the transition process. So that means by the time they get on the phone with us, they already have a general awareness of what is what, and they're almost ready. They're ready just to move forward from there. You know, does that make sense? Oh shoot! Hold on 1 second.
So basically, as members of this family, we really just need to be promoted more, you know, just sharing the message and getting people more comfortable with just this whole idea, because this is a grand thing. So it's not really nothing to play with. And people just need to be more comfortable with the concepts, you know, the basic ins and outs and what we're really trying to do. So just as all of us as members, we just need to start promoting more, you know, living this out to the fullest. That's what I would say, just on a basic level. Start sharing. You know, promote.
What resource can we use to learn more about that?
I was actually thinking about this. I'm actually gonna make a playlist for all the new members and old members to kind of get a basic perspective of what this actually is. Because like the general was saying earlier, people just think it's some type of ID company, like it's way bigger than that. So I'll make a playlist and I'll show it to General. If he approves it, I'll put it in the network. That way y'all can see like different perspectives and aspects of what we're about and what we really do, and that way y'all can get a better perception of it. So we won't get these weird random questions about things, you know. So now it'll clear up a lot of the fluff.
There's a welcome letter that everyone is given when they join, and it's constantly posted. What I see, what people are doing, they're not reading the welcome letter. And so the welcome letter has your basic information in reference to directing you to the questions. The majority of the questions can be answered based on the information in the welcome letter. But for some reason, people aren't reading the welcome letter. The welcome letter is actually posted in the open forum, and I also personally send the welcome letter to each individual who joins. So we have a responsibility to ourselves as we join. When we're given information, to read it. I don't see people taking the time and sitting back to read the information that is right literally at our fingertips. So a lot of questions and frustrations that people perhaps are experiencing are more than likely due to their own, their own fault per se. We have the internet, we have resources within the network, we have each other, but we don't take the time to go and look at the information. And so I just encourage everybody to take some time out and view the information.
Does this welcome letter tell you what to do with your documents once you receive them?
So whenever you purchase a product or service, when you pay that invoice and when that service is initiated, there are instructions that come along with that. That's the time where you get the that's the time where you get the instructions for something, not before.
But what I'm telling you from a person that has bought multiple products, that has definitely not been the experience. I have multiple products and I'm kind of waiting to see what I'm supposed to do or if I'm supposed to do anything because they didn't come with any instructions.
Right. That's why we're talking about this. Like, before you even buy a product, you should know how credible it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're trying to say.
Well, I guess when
specific product?
Which specific product?
I have an answer. Hey, bro, I just want to speak. I mean, I ain't trying to cut nobody off. Y'all go ahead. I got an answer.
Handle your business, bro. What's up?
Get the question out. No, I don't feel like y'all. No, yeah. Finish
No, I was
answering
just
the
trying to
question.
find out
I mean,
from him
asking the question.
what specific problems that as far as the products he didn't get instructions with.
I purchased the individual tribal ID membership, and I also purchased the international driver's license as well. Now I got the email.
Somebody else.
I bought it from you all. Well, wouldn't it be here? I bought it from you all.
Okay.
Now I've only been given one number, and I've only been talking pretty much to one person this whole time, and I really, we really talk. Whenever she gets a chance, she calls me back or whatever. As a number that every time I go into the Mighty Works, it provides a number to call. I call the number, and I always either have to leave a message or talk to the very same person, since I've been doing this. And there's nowhere else to go to find any information. You guys send me documents, and I don't know if I'm supposed to sign them, if I'm not supposed to sign them. I'm supposed to turn them into somebody. Like, I don't know what to do. And when I started asking her, she didn't know.
It's really not that deep, but it is.
Right.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not looking for it to be deep, but it's like I'm not being instructed on what on.
Let me answer the question. So if you need another level of understanding or explanation on what you have and what you ordered, and you're saying you're calling a number, you're getting the answer, and you're calling the same number for the same person, getting the same answer, but you need a different answer.
No, I'm not getting the answer from that person.
Hey, how you doing? Okay, this is what I'm saying. If you require another alternative explanation to aid to your understanding.
Feeling good today, huh?
All I'm saying is that this is when you reach out and schedule a consultation. That's what that is for. When you're talking to people, the person on the phone, whether it's one of the two young ladies, whether it's Satara or Jessica that's now assisting with they have certain level of understanding, but for the most part, their job is to receive incoming communication, so things can be relayed to the administration, so things can get out. You see what I mean? You got to understand, these people are putting in their time and equity. These people have to be paid. These people don't know everything, but there are channels. This is when you need to get proper counsel.
Yeah, I'm very well aware of that. I guess from business owner to business owner, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like when I give somebody a product, and whether they're familiar with it or not, if it's my product, I'm going to make sure that they understand what it is and how to use it once they receive the product.
That is your duty. That is your duty.
Right. But on the flip side, I'm finding that I have to call in to figure out what this product is, what comes with the product, what can I use the product for.
You should not have ordered the product if you did not know what you were buying.
But that's what I'm trying to. You can't tell me that, bro. When it's a package, and I'm trying to understand what comes in the package.
No, there's no point you go to a store and buy something you don't know what you're buying, and then you wait till you get there and open it up and say, "Hey," because you can't say whether you purchase what you want or not, because you know what I'm saying. When you go to the store, you buy what you want. What are you saying?
But you just said the person that's selling us the product, the person I talked to on the phone, doesn't have that much information in regards to the products that I'm purchasing. And a lot of times they always have to say they had to go back and refer to you. And
some instances, what you got to understand is for the most part, a lot of people have already been a part of the organization for a while, following the organization for a while, have watched the videos. A lot of the stuff that we're doing, this not nothing new. We've been doing this for years. So we have videos in relation to the identification, the travel, all this. Only thing we're doing is doing maybe some updates and stuff like that. But this is nothing new.
You're breaking up.
Hold on, the information is there. You see what I mean? So now, if you require a one-on-one, so you get an understanding on what you have, that option is available to you. That's what I'm telling you.
Sure, I would require one-on-one, but that option, I guess what I'm saying is, I've only been directed to one person. They've always say, "Hey, I got to go refer to this person. I'll get back to you." Nobody.
Well, we all can talk to each other. I'm not trying to talk out of turn.
Hold on, bro.
We can all speak to each other. Go ahead, bro. My bad, bro.
What I'm telling you is, if they're not getting the answer that you need, schedule a consultation so I can answer your questions and give you clarity.
Okay, how would I go about scheduling a consultation?
Well, you call the number, you talk to the person, right? Tell them you want to schedule a consultation.
Bro, have you not heard what I've been saying, bro? We've been playing phone tag, bro. Literally, I had to call in to remind them about my product. Literally, you guys sent me somebody else's information along with my product. It was been a lot of stuff going on.
I guess this just has to go into how deep you're interested, man. Because for the past week or two, the general's been live on Instagram. He's been active, so you can't keep saying there's no one reaching out. You know,
we're on the conference.
Being live on Instagram, bro. I run businesses too, family. Like I'm not waiting on the general to get live on Instagram. When I buy, hold on, fellas. When I buy a product, because now we're talking business.
Okay.
And y'all kill me with this stuff. We
I
talking
know
business.
that very well. I know business very well.
Okay, so we talking business. I'm not. When I buy a product, I'm a consumer. When I buy a product, I'm expecting to get an understanding of when I'm buying this product, what comes with it. I'm not really into all this. You should have been following and all this other stuff. You're selling a product to the masses. You're marketing a product.
But why are you buying the product if you don't know what it is?
Because I was interested.
Interested in identification, right? That's what you.
Excuse me. In identification, I was actually interested in the Malaysian Empire as a whole. But I was trying to get an understanding of what it was, what they offer, and all this kind of stuff.
If I may,
hold on.
If I may interrupt.
This is the thing, though.
That's an interesting way to say it, Malaysia.
This is the problem that I have, is that we're hundreds strong, right? If you need to talk to one particular man, being me, you need to specify that when you talk to the person on the phone.
I'm telling you, I don't know who to speak to because I'm trying to get. Hold on, I'm giving y'all some real life. Hold on, fellas. I'm giving y'all some real life experiences about what it takes about when you're dealing with people that are trying to come into this space. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I'm hearing is, well, you should do this. You should do this, dude.
I think I just heard the problem. I think I just heard it. I think you deserve a pass for this. I think I heard the problem. So you don't know who I am.
Bro, I met you before. I do know who you are.
Bro, so how you don't know who to talk to?
Bro, that's the wildest thing in the world.
How don't you know who to talk to if you know who I am?
What do you mean? How do I not know who to talk to when I believe that I'm going with you? You have people in place on your, I believe, what's my brother's name? Starts with an A on the Mighty Works that pretty much moderates everything. Yeah, he pretty much moderates everything on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not looking to go straight to you when you got people in place that I'm thinking supposed to be able to handle certain things that would let me know that I would have to go straight to you. Like I don't have a personal relationship with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got each other's numbers in our phone.
But I need you guys to understand what you have though. So if they're not able to do that for you, I need you to get to me. So I can clear this up. Why do you think I'm doing this conference right now? This is another channel. This is another. If you have ask me the question, what's up?
But that's kind of what I was doing, family, and it turned into all this.
What is your question? So from everything I've been saying, what do you have?
I was to bring it all back home. I don't know where everybody's going with this. I was more talking about the products.
Okay, well, that's what we was talking about the whole time, though, the product.
Right, and I was trying to get an understanding of how would one know what to do and how to deal with the products without having to speak to you directly.
No, but we're talking right now. I need you to utilize this and talk to me. And what do you need me to clarify for you? This is what I'm giving my time for. What are you talking to me right now? You said you know who. I thought you didn't know who the hell I was. So what is the question? What can I do for you? Just like Miss Alicia, she had a question. This is questions and answers. You're saying you don't know what to do. What is the question?
Are we supposed to do something with the birth certificate? Am I supposed to sign it? I filled out the information and I got sent back the stuff with nothing in the packaging.
Okay, so
I don't have anything. I don't know what to do as far as what you guys did. Nobody informed me of anything. I just filled out information. I got sent back some stuff.
Can I answer the question now? It sounds like you have the tribal package with the birth certificate. There's a section on the birth certificate. It's already pre-notarized for you, so you don't have to go to the notary. You need to sign on a place that says trustee. You are that is the place that you sign. You sign it and put it in a nice safe spot and keep it there. Now, that will be used on a case-by-case basis in a form of defense if you ever have to defend yourself in a legal situation, and we will go through that once that time comes.
So we don't register it or put it or
there's no need
put it anywhere. All right, that's what I was trying to get an understanding of.
If that was a part of the step, you would have been notified that, just like you guys are notified of every step that's required with every other product or service.
I have a question.
No, one second, Miss Pamela. Are you clear on this, bro? Like, what I need you to have a clear understanding before this conference is over.
Yeah, I'm clear on that part, bro.
Okay. What's the next question?
I mean, that was kind of my main question. That's what I got back. Now we kind of going back and forth with my international ID because I guess they didn't get the information, so I got to redo that. So,
meaning that
so I can deal with that.
Excuse me, hey, big bros. Excuse me. What you mean by who you mean they didn't get the information? That's the whole point. Like, we're our own government. So I've dealt with this. I can tell you my testimony. So that question sounds weird to me. But,
okay.
I like that you seem very diplomatic. I like it. So let's talk.
Okay, well, you want me to clarify?
No, I'm trying to make sure. Are you saying that you still?
When I sent off my information, I only got back my tribal ID information. I didn't get back the international driver's license information. So now I'm in the process of redoing all that and sending that back out to the address.
Okay, so you're waiting for that to be complete processing. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay, so once that completes process, you're gonna receive all the credentials. And once again, there's nothing that you need to do with that. Now, another additional piece of information in relation to that, are there other parts tied to the identification? Yes. On the tribal side, outside of the ink that's on the plastic, there's a barcode on the back of the tribal identification. Within
QR code.
Within 30 to 45 days, you guys need to check, which is why people need to stay on these conference calls in order to get these updates, and why people need to continue to update and renew their ID is because this is another change, an update to the identification. And it's also a slightly different design and the tribal affiliation section. Now, each of your IDs, or each of you guys are going to be registered or are registered on the National Tribal Registry that's linked to the back of your ID. All right, so if you go to that registry online and you put your registration number on there, and you don't see yourself pop up, then you need to contact us so we can update that. So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As far as birth certificate wise, just for entertainment purposes, I'll give you a scenario. Now, if you need to take something onto another level on a case-by-case basis, we may recommend that you take that birth certificate now and you file that into your county record, and you order a certified copy of that. You might have a situation at work with vaccinations and stuff like that, so you need to show that's against your tribal and religious beliefs. So that's why your vaccine exemption declaration is with that, and that's backed by your private tribal birth certificate. It might be a case where you might need to get a revised copy that shows your government name because you're a government employee and you have that person registered, not your private person. So to help satisfy their needs for your request, you might have to have that updated for that. So everything is on a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying? So let's think of the United States. When you got your well, of course we weren't aware, but imagine our parents when they put in the application for your birth certificate, right? They received that birth certificate. And what did they do with that birth certificate? Shit. They put it in the safe, and they pulled it out when the case-by-case basis, when it was required. It's the same thing. Now, the international driving license, driving permit, those are being updated. And there's another update with the IDs, tribal IDs too. I may not get into today, but there's another registry. At some point, the registries might combine together. And just so you guys know, if you guys don't know, the Malachian Empire is not we're a private, independent organization, tribal religious organization, many variations, but we are open to all indigenous tribes. We provide services for other tribes. So you'll start seeing other people from all these other places that come and become a part of the Malachian Empire.
That's dope.
You see what I mean? So there's a lot of different things, a lot of weight on our show. You guys have to utilize the outlets and resources. And I can't allow the excuses of not being able to get the point of contact, the information you need when I make myself personally available. Donald Trump is not going to do that shit for you. And I'll tell you, I don't have the fucking time. I just don't, but I make it. So if anybody want to get in touch with me, there's no excuse, you know? So that's all I'm saying, you know? Now, everything has its place and its purpose. And like I say, if there's anything that needs to be explained or expressed or accompanied with whatever you order, that's going to be inside the email, or that's going to be inside the package. Everything has its place and purpose, and you guys will learn on a higher level what some of these devices will and can be used for if you ever have a problem in that area. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we never have a problem. These are forms of defense. We're setting up forms of defense on a just in case to help you safeguard yourself and safeguard your family. You know, but in the meantime, you know, we're just building, you know, and trying to eliminate and avoid the problems. You know, we're just building things based on what's going on in the world around us. That's it. That's all. We know the problems. We're having problems with travel. We're having problems with vaccinations. We're having problems with credit. We're having problems with business. We're having problems with business credit. We're having problems with all this stuff. You know, these are a lot of big areas to you know, that we have to fill the voids in. This is a huge respect. This is not, the organization is ran as a business, like a business, but the shit that we do is easier said than done. I don't care what type of job or businesses y'all ain't ran no goddamn fucking empire. Right. You know, so respectfully, help me help y'all. You know, if I can be patient, I expect the same amount. You know, does anybody have any other questions?
I do.
I do.
Yes.
I do afterwards.
Ladies first, then Sean.
Yeah, baby girl can go first, bro.
Come on.
Okay. I wanted to know, first of all, good evening, everyone, and good evening, General. I wanted to know if you received my package yet.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And I wanted to know how we can actually work together with, how do we connect as a tribe, as a tribal coming in to work with you. I have a home office, full-fledged home office, and I would love to work with you one-on-one. I've been waiting for your call, but it's okay. I'm getting a one-on-one now. I have about 5 members that's interested, and I wanted to know how we go about getting the birth certificate.
So the birth certificate is inside the actual tribal package. So if you already have done, like, say if you came and did like the package bundle deal that has the membership tribal ID with the other 2 identifications, you would just you needed an individual tribal package just for yourself. You would just get that. That flyer, I think, should be on the highlight section inside the Malachian network. That right now is $475, but you would get a discount from that if you already have your tribal ID, because it includes the tribal ID.
Okay, so will I get a discount since you already got the packet?
What did you send in? I didn't even open it. It wasn't even open. I know we have it. Was it for the what was it for?
It was for both the travel ID and the Malachi.
Okay. Well, yeah, absolutely, because that would be you came in up under that identification special, so we would just deduct the cost from the ID.
Okay.
So be like,
and do we have a different special for the business side? Because I know you had the 3 for $6, and I sent you the email for that. Is that still going on? Because I don't see any promotions on it anymore, but I just wanted to ask.
For members of the Malachian Empire, any you guys are always subject to discounts. So just so you guys know that the deadlines really are people that's outside the the network, just for the public.
Okay, so I will be sending in 3 for that. Also, when we do the upgrade on the I think when you go onto the website and you see the different upgrade, I know I've already paid for the year. Do we need to go ahead on and pay now again for the tribal membership? Because I know when I go there, it says pick a plan. I'm always gonna pick the yearly plan. So
no, that covers you. You're good. Those other plans actually have been removed because it was causing confusion. We have hidden plans. There are different plans that are now hidden because, like I said, we have other organizations that are becoming a part of our organization. So we have special plans for their members. You see what I mean? And then, as you guys are aware, we did a soft rollout for the healthcare plans as well. So those will have their own separate memberships as well. So, but we removed those. So those are issued out as people come and request. So people don't get used to until we find a way to kind of mask that in the system, so people don't get confused when they're just coming and signing up directly through the Malachian Empire, not through a third party.
okay, so is there I think this is the last question. Is there a separate email I need to send you for our tribal nation to come a part of your nation so we can help build together? Because I'm here to help in whatever it is that you need help with.
Okay, this what I recommend on that. So if you want to actually move forward, because I've been meaning to call you, but I gotta, as you guys can see, I have a handful here. It's like, I deal with stuff like this every day. You know what I'm saying? So to help that stuff like new things going, start and start progressing and stuff like that, it's all about knowing the proper channels of communication so that stuff can actually be, put into action. So I recommend you contacting Queen Aliyah, and I recommend you join her women's empowerment group, and also bringing her your plan and your ideas for the Malachian Empire, and things will start moving forward on that. And she'll bring it to me. I'll okay it, whatever, and we'll start progressing on that. So I'm texting you your private text, her number right here.
Okay. All right, that will be fine. And I want to congratulate you. I seen you on Ourself Law Master.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I see you gonna speak in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I'm being everyone.
So do we have a special discounts for us as going, or do we go through Ourself Laws Master?
I don't know. I can see definitely.
Okay, I got it.
We there's a couple partnerships that have taken place since the last conference. Trade Capital is now partners with iSelf Law. Malachian Empire is now partners with iSelf Law, and that is one of the organizations and outside tribes that are now a part of the Malachian Empire. So that's what that marriage is about. Everything will pretty much be ran through the Malachian Empire. And it's just in case you guys, shout out to, first off, respectfully, shout out to Jeff Prince. I don't know if he's in the building for the assistance and connection. I'll just give you guys a little bit, another huge international partnership is with the authors of the Redemption Manual. So
oh wow,
we are now the administrators of their back office. That's Trey Calvin. So I just really ask you guys to really, if y'all want to help me, help me, help you, help us, help each other. Like, do not fucking frustrate me with the shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do bigger and better shit for us all. And for anybody that can step up, like Corey, Adam, Shine, all you guys, Pamela, that you guys hear the objectives, y'all hear the points, y'all hear the information. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I deliver things a certain way so you know the true intent, the importance, and all that. I need y'all to harness that and help people like our good brother Alu over here that needs help and assistance, because I don't really have time to really be coming and talking to on an individual basis. This is the best that I really can do without depleting myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm recommitting myself to these conferences. So you guys can ask, that's the whole point of me doing this. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of that. And to me, that shows that you respect me and respect my time and our time. Because why would I be on this phone call talking to you guys right now? Unmute your mics and ask your question. If you guys have a question.
Sure.
Sean, what's up?
Hellraiser, just 2 hand raised. I don't think we've gotten to them yet.
I appreciate it. All right, one second. Let me go ahead, Shine, real quick. Then I'm gonna get to the 2 hands. Shine over here laughing about. Go ahead, Crypto Explorer.
Hi, hello, General. Thanks for taking my question. So pretty much I'm here in America right now. And I do not have documents on my phone. And I was trying to attach myself. Of course, my initial plan was definitely to see how to flow and navigate. Now, the more I see, the more I navigate through the community, I really start to feel the bond and the vision of being nation and really what it means to be free and how that's going to impact everyone else, blah, blah, blah. But now, so I got the invoice to get the initial package for the tribe. But I'm just confused. I couldn't get that clear answer still. Do I need what document of identification would I need to really be part of the tribe? I'm just confused about that before provide the payment, because I'm not sure if I need anything else.
So are you
if I would need a passport, or if I would need a driver's license, or I only have my driver's license, my Brazilian passport.
Okay, so in your case, technically you're already a foreign national, right? So so you put it like this. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever form of government issued identification that you do have. The whole point of that is that's a security clearance, just so you guys know. That's the whole point of that. That is for our security, so we know who the hell is joining our shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that is for, because outside of that, we're removing you from that. You know what I'm saying? Or the whole objective is, or in your case, it might be different. Your case, you might, because you say if you're undocumented, if you operating up under a certain name but have no documentation for that name, and it's in your best interest to be able to operate in that name, then your case will be a little different, where we'll just provide the body of work and identification to help you operate in that name. Yeah. So either way, that's what this is for. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Let me see.
I got a question.
Okay. What's up, tribe?
What do, my brother? So look, all salute, man. You know, I ain't got no ego, so I ain't got no problem with calling you chief at all. Cause since the first day I met you, I'm way further than I was. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect a leader. When you respect a leader, you learn how to lead.
Gratitude.
But I got a question. You know, one far as like changing when you have your foreign trust set up. You know what I'm saying? Is there any documents, anything we can relate to within the empire that'll show us how to start moving them assets from the public to the private?
Moving the assets from what the straw man to the trust.
Yeah.
All right. That again is on a case by case basis. But when we're thinking about transferring assets, just think about, to make it easier, just think about the aspect. If you were trying to sell me your vehicle, you know what I'm saying? If you was trying to sell me your vehicle, I need to give you the cash, and then you know, I would need to sign off in the name of myself or my company name that's purchasing the vehicle. So you transferring. So all you're doing is transferring assets, transferring title. Put it like that.
Say less.
If it's a house, you transfer the deed of the property into, you see what I mean? It's all about the name. It's all about the name. Transfer name and title. That's it.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, my brother.
All good, G bro.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
Peace.
Just quick question. I'm a little behind with all the information and everything, and I was just wondering, since things throughout the years probably change, would you say that all the PDFs, books, and everything are still valid? And because I know you probably don't got time to look through everything and change and take things out. So you think I could just look through all of those and they'll still be valid to catch me up to speed?
You talking in reference to material inside the network?
Yeah.
Well, for the record, would like you guys to know that I didn't write none of that shit in there. That's not my material. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is the network is a library. You know, this is from, you know, of course I started it, you know, so I invested or donated all the materials, well, a lot of the materials that I acquired throughout the years and in my journey, and a lot of stuff is available inside the network, but just as well as anybody else. You know, I think the highest ranked what can I call them? The highest ranked donator of documents and information right now is Corey at this point. I think he's shitting on me at this point, to be honest. I think he had a record of like 1,500 posts or something like that. It's crazy, but yeah, I pretty much established the base foundation of information as it relates to the things that we are talking about, the main topics of discussion. That and everybody else is holding that mutual commitment and responsibility to continue to share information, you know, and that's all that is. So it's information. It's like a library, you know. If you walk in the library, all the information in the library don't apply to you. You see what I mean? You know, you reach and seek for the information that complements what you're trying to do, your objective, your situation, as it pertains to you individually, and to us collectively as, you know, a body or nation of people.
Okay. So basically, I just gotta make my own judgment about what I'm reading.
Yeah, but okay, let me say this. A lot of the base foundation of materials in relation to what we're doing. Okay, what should be on everybody's curriculum or syllabus is contract law. Period. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, period. Now, the other base foundation of information was started off with the aspect of status correction, you know, but a lot of the things and the way we're going about doing things, it makes kind of a lot of the aspect of status correction almost irrelevant to the point at this point now, because we're recreating everything. We're not focusing time on correcting the status of a legal person that that we didn't create. We're creating our own, we're building our own, and there's no creation necessary, with that. It just needs foundation and structure. It just needs wings, it's just that, so that's it. But yeah, certain areas do need to be aided to, while and when you are operating in that that government vehicle and stuff like that. So some things still do apply, but we have simplified a lot of things on a lot of aspects of that. And I will be actually releasing a new status correction series because of some new developments that are discoveries that I've come across within the past probably year, and then the recent discoveries that I've just solidified within the past couple of days. That's gonna knock a lot of the shit that we've been talking about to a whole nother planet, as far as status correction. So that's actually going to be a surprise that I'm going to reveal at the next conference. I'm going to show y'all some stuff that y'all never seen before in the aspect of status correction. And it's going to be quite funny to y'all how simple it is. But yeah, we just add more layers to the Western. I think always before you go in anywhere, yeah, you definitely should seek proper, counsel and get the right to make sure you're going and you're starting off in the right direction, so you don't get drowned by unnecessary, information until you get a wise enough understanding on what's the best path to be on, and then everything else is just another layer of icing on the cake or whatever. But for the most part, our subject matters that we speak on, on this platform, or the subject matters that you guys may see me speak on individually, I don't have time to talk about nothing that's not important. So if it's important, these are things that we're talking about. But unless there's a special case by case basis, then we can zero in on that and and discuss alternatives or solutions to that, if that makes sense.
Okay, cool. And last question is, can you clarify what you were trying to show in the debt is meant to be sold and not told video, or if you feel like I should just rewatch it and it's self-explanatory, you could say that as well.
One more time.
I said, could you clarify your intent on what you were trying to show in the debt is meant to be showed and not told video? But if you feel like it was already said in the video and I need to rewatch it, you could say that as well.
Can I explain what I was trying to show?
Yeah. But if you feel it's self-explanatory and I need to just rewatch it, then you can say that.
No, that's cool. Now, what I was trying to, what you mean, the whole point of the video?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole point of that webinar was I'm trying to remember the aspects of it. Because that was the scenario with
that one advantage thing.
Let me double check.
Good questions.
Okay. So I was showing you guys an example of a real life example. This is my example. That so when you guys understand the importance of some of the most important areas to aid to, as far as the concept of status correction, as far as correcting your address and stuff like that, you guys will see that a lot of things that tie you to the obligation of a debt, those debts will tend to be sold, not only sold a lot faster, because the agencies are aware that of the impossibility to be able to really serve you directly because you legally changed or corrected your address. So So basically, I was showing you an example of the contract offer that the beauty about the legal world is that they have to follow the rules. You see what I mean? So especially talking about debt collectors and stuff like that. So the objective is to position yourself that if you do fall delinquent on an account, you're liable for debt. The objective is to get them to understand or them to believe that they cannot personally serve or protect you, which means in return they cannot personally hold you liable. So it'd be in their best interest to just hurry up and settle out the debt and sell the debt to a third party and let them deal with it. Now, so once that debt is sold, that debt is already paid for on your behalf. So there's no need for you to worry about it, but you need to respond. So once that debt is sold, it's sold to a party that you no longer have that you don't know and you don't have a contract with, right? But they need to obtain a contract from you in order to make you obligated to the debt, for you to owe the debt to them, the new party. So they have to follow the rule of offer. So this is back in contract law. So they have to make you an offer, which is the first notice that they send you in the mail, and they giving you notice and make you aware that they have your account, they have your debt, and the debt is owed is X amount of dollars, and blah, 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 blah. And it's going to tell you at the bottom of each of these letters, in every last one of these letters, is going to tell you that this communication is from a debt collector in an attempt to collect the debt. And for any information obtained will be used for that purpose, unless you notify the office within 30 days of receiving this notice that you dispute the validity of this debt or of any portion. The office will assume. Remember, we was talking about assumption earlier, assumption. So they're going to assume that the debt is valid. If you notify this office within 30 days, that's the contract amount. So within 30 days, you do not notify them or give acknowledgement in regard to this debt. Now that becomes a contract on the 31st day, and now you do have an obligation to pay them technically. You see what I mean? So we can't keep playing the blame game on, oh, the debt isn't real, or this is that. But in contract law, it is real. You do owe obligation because you agreed to it based on your silence and non-responders. So
that's the dishonor part, right?
Exactly. So,
okay.
So like I was saying in the video, your proper response to these offers is your old dandy validation of debt in conjunction with your cease and desist. You have to put the cease and desist, and you should add a fee schedule in there so you know how much, so they know how much it's going to cost every time they contact you every day after. This is done on time and correctly. Certified mail or registered mail return receipt. So you got proof of contract and acceptance. Your debt obligation to whatever party is dissolved. That's so the aspect of discharging debt is the art of cancellation of obligation. And that's all within dealing with how to deal with the contract. You are the contractor, control the contract.
You mean any debt contract, credit card,
don't matter.
Don't matter. Appreciate you, King.
All day. Lou Hakan.
Yeah, I had one more question about with Trade Capital.
Yes, sir.
So I already got my membership and everything, and I already got the $6,000 credit and everything, and I know it starts reporting in 30 days. But I guess my question is with the membership, what all else do you get with it? I see it's like some upsells in like the shop section of the site, but it's not really much else to kind of navigate in there.
Those are not actually upsells. So if you have $6,000 in credit with Trade Capital, those are just simply products that you can purchase with those credits.
Oh, with the actual credits.
Right. But at the same time, you're sort of right though. So you do have the option, which is easier said than done. There's a lot. The wallet has a lot of aspects to it. So I understand anybody's, but we've been spending a lot of time, several months, fine tuning and simplifying the wallet so people can get in there and get in it and reap the benefits quickly. So first of all, with the membership subscription, that takes care of the monthly reporting and maintenance of your accounts, because every month your accounts need to be reported on, right? So keep it in good standing. And then it unlocks the personal, depending on which one you did, like the Credit Builder Plus unlocks all the personal and resource tabs, because without the membership, all those are locks. So those reveal all the other third-party companies that also extend credit to brand new businesses and trusts and whatever, personal credit, building options, and a lot of different resources that are very imperative and important to your overall success in credit building on both personal and business. Now, if you wanted to leverage your credit so you got a $6,000 line of credit. As you see, like a lot of products in there cost 1,000 credits, not dollars. So 1,000 credits. And you say, you know what? I want to leverage my one line of credit to create multiple credit references. So technically you have the power to take that 6,000 and buy 6 $1,000 products. So with that, so you'll contact Trade Capital and request an invoice for that within that 30-day period. So once you pay, now you would just report the report. You will pay the reporting fee per product. So if you bought 6 products, you will pay the $600 because it's $100 per product. But the key is that now we have the right to report 6 net 30 accounts for the amount of $1,000. So you're going to pay the dollar amount, but we report the credit amount, if that makes sense. So now you have a $6,000 line of credit plus 6 $1,000 net 30 accounts. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, they helped me. I appreciate that.
Okay. Once again, so Trade Capital is a corporation within the Malachian Empire to serve the Malachian Empire, but it's also a public corporation too. So Trade Capital itself is a whole nother story, especially when you come to credit building. So anytime you guys see me put some stuff out there in relation to Trade Capital, and you guys are active members of Trade Capital credit building program, you definitely do not want to miss that, because man, it's just so much involved. I'm not blaming nobody at all, right? The world has fucked up our understanding on business and business credit. You know what I'm saying? It is such a foreign language. It's ridiculous. So are you gonna give us a hug now? This is taking a lot of our time. Constantly revamping and stuff like that. So you guys can easily kind of get the concept, because once that light bulb strike in your head, you get like, wait a minute. So I can take the US dollars, convert that into credits, and then leverage the credits over time. The business gains equitable value. Then I can take that and pull it back and pull back the cash. You know what I'm saying? It's a legal currency exchange. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have patience. You have to understand the importance of time and leveraging the time against the credit in order to pull back the highest value in cash dollars or debt notes, whatever you want to call it. But it's a continuous building process, and credit building on the business side is a lifestyle. It's not a 1, 2, 3 thing and just, pay a couple of dollars. It's not, you have to embody the lifestyle. Every transaction you make, you need to program yourself. Like, I'm not even shopping with this company if I don't get credit for it. I'm not going to this gas station if I don't have a fleet card with them. I'm not going to Sam's or Walmart if I don't have a store credit card for my business, for my trust. If you're not getting credit for your day-to-day transaction, you're not conducting business efficiently, and you're actually losing more money than you're making.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we do the same contracting with the Trade Capital business credit?
Contracting as far as what?
how you explain with the debt to be sold and not owed with the debt collectors. So we get a net 30 and all that. And then when you send us a paper of the debt we need to pay off, and we do the same contract with the fee schedule and all that.
No, that was dealing with personal consumer debt.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we're not really dealing with debt. We're just leveraging the debt to help you guys build your credit.
Copy.
You know, there's no actual, you know, everything is credit if you see it that way. You see what I mean? But so you're leveraging the debt into to convert into credits to pull back the debt, which is spendable here in this financial society or whatever, you know, that use the United States dollars. So that's the whole objective with trade capital. There's a lot of different things going on in that wallet. That's probably a good point to mention. People talking about, you know, partnerships and stuff like that. Trade capital has been offering partnership options, you know, all month. You know what I'm saying? I think since the top of the year. So
That's me. I got Hype Magazine. That's my girl Jay.
Oh, really? So did Jay send you, or how did you find out about us?
Jay didn't send me, bro. We met at the Remedy tour. Let me try to cut this damn phone off. We met at the Remedy tour, and I literally just saw you get off the stage, and we had chopped it up real quick. And then my girl Jay, my homegirl Jay, my sis, I guess y'all connected or whatever. She was telling me about your services, and was just saying that, you know, you got some official services when it came to the tribal stuff. So that's how I kind of got introduced to the help me say it right. Is it Malachian Empire? Because I think I said Malaysia last time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but so you know.
So ironically, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Hype Magazine, you know what I'm saying? But Hype Magazine is also a partner affiliate of Trade Capital. And Jay is actually, you know, director of our public relations and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the background, man. You know, it's a lot, you know, and it's all geared toward being able to do more and offer more. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on partnerships and relationships, you know, and sometimes on certain levels that's easier said than done. You know, you have to really know how to play the game of chess out here, you know, and know how to properly pick people, because the wrong people can fuck your shit up.
True that.
Yeah. So yeah, anybody now can be an affiliate business credit consultant or affiliate Trade Capital. And right now through the wallet, all you guys have to do is request it, and we'll upgrade the account. There's no extra fee. And right inside your app, you go into the affiliate section, and oh shit.
Trade Capital wallet.
Well, if you guys want me to share my screen, I can show you real quick.
Are sponsorships available for Trade Capital?
In what fashion?
Like for influencers?
All the time. All the time. All the time. Let's see. Let me go ahead and show. Some things you just gotta see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yo,
That's that was in the course section, correct? Of the Malachian Empire app, the Hellraiser Legacy app, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yo, Elu, can you see my screen? Because it's definitely important for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you log into your wallet, right? So
yeah, I'm in.
Oh, okay. So all right. So let's go to Oh, my bad. So let's go down to the bottom where it says affiliates. You'll click on affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
On your side, it'll be a little different. It might show something that says join or sign up or something like that. Let me know if you see something in reference to that.
Hold on, my computer started bugging real quick. I had to log back in. Set in affiliates. It says register new affiliate account.
Yep, go ahead.
URL.
That's somewhere else. Trade capital one.
I gotta put the website. Honestly, it got me in a.
Okay, we just received the email. A new affiliate is registered. Boom. So you're an affiliate now. So look. So you click on affiliate URLs.
Affiliate,
All right. So look. That link right there is your unique link. So now, say if you was a business consultant or you just have people interested in building business credit, you can offer them that. And then so okay, how do I sign up? You give them your direct link. So anybody that registers with that link will automatically register up under you. And every time they go to their wallet and add credits, you're gonna get your percent off that.
Okay.
For life, every time they use it, not just one time. So that's a big key right there.
Yeah. So you bring in a residual component in.
Exactly. You see what I mean? So, another important factor is this. Well, I can't say that online. I can't say that. Put it like.
So we do.
Huh? You say what?
Do we need to register for the wallet?
100%. Yeah. Download the wallet from the Apple Store.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, Android or Apple, whichever one you're using. You guys can also access from desktop. For referral agents, you might have to. I'm trying to think a way around it. You guys might have to just have your clients initially sign up through the actual website. So there's go to the Capital website and click wallet at the top, and then have them register. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. You'll just give them the link, and then they'll take the link and and visit the link, and it'll redirect them directly to the wallet application. So you click on this, and boom, it'll redirect, and it'll go right. Well, I'm sorry, I had to go to another browser. Hold on. So to go right to the browser. Actually, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna update that. I don't like that part actually. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna end up redirecting to the registration. But let me show you something though, since it's for entertainment purposes. You got the power to do that too. So if you're still in your wallet, if you go back to affiliates and say you say you don't like that as a landing page, so because you don't want them to get lost, you can create the page right there. So like you want to make it that. So generate URL, then boom. And now it'll be this URL, right? So now you click on that. So this would be, so now you know it's gonna go straight to the application and registration. So hold on. So you click on that, and then that'll be that. It'll go straight there now. So the power of that is so you're able to keep up with your stats. You know how many referrals, payouts, graphs, referrals, and this pays out directly to your bank account. You know what I'm saying? The payout I believe is every Monday. So everything you got, all the money you made from the previous Monday to that Sunday will get paid out. Will get paid out on that following Monday. It usually takes about like 3 to 5 days to actually hit the account though.
Now, do the accounts you sign up, do they have to stay active for life for you to get the I guess the rewards for life, or how does that work?
Well, they actually have to use the wallet, but so as long as they're active credit builders and constantly, adding more credit, that's you get paid per reload.
Per reload, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if somebody got this, and your payout percentage was, let's say a dollar amount was $100, right?
Mm.
$100 will automatically be transferred to your side, and a 300 to our side. And yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, last thing I was going to say about this too, as an incentive to the business credit partners, we purposely exaggerated our prices on the wallet, so that we give incentive room for the business credit partners to scale up or down. So that means that if we really only charge, let's say for instance, 10% on a line of credit, right, of the credit amount, and the wallet is set at 20, that means that you could say, hey, blah 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 blah, build your business credit, through me, XYZ, through my partnership with Trade Capital, and receive 5% discount. And then you receive your own promo code that they'll put right there. And then it'll discount them from the 20% to the 15%. Or if you want to give them, you can give them whatever percent discount you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to give them a 7% discount, however you want to do it, we can apply that. And that's just an incentive. It's a sales tactic, just so you know. Now, because if somebody came straight through Trade Capital, they're going to receive those discounts automatically. So they're going to get it at the lowest rate anyway. Any members of the Malachian Empire will get all the prices will always be at the lowest rate for members. Now, for the public world, they'll have to come through a partnering agent, which will give them whatever discount they want to give based on whatever profit they want to make, and then et cetera, et cetera. So did that explain that somewhat good enough?
Yeah, it worked for me.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Also, if you didn't know, we do have an affiliate program for personal credit too, and in which our partners, we have a partnership with MyScore IQ. That's our credit monitoring service. So they also can access that through the wallet, and also their personal credit portal, which they can access through the wallet if they're undergoing a credit repair service, in which we also have affiliate programs for that. So there's a lot of shit going on with Trade Capital, as far as in business and trust building, business building, and stuff like that. And we're just like I said, revamping the marketing and more so not promoting to individuals, more so promoting to actual companies and business consultants to offer, so they can extend credit to their clients, if that makes sense. All right.
I need some tokens.
Oh yeah, I might as well show y'all the shop. So you got your credits or whatever, you go to the shop, boom.
See some zeros.
I purposely purchased the license for all these products, and I made sure I aimed the products in relation to business. So, and I got a shitload of more. I just haven't loaded them yet. So there's going to be like 50 new products. So I try to make the products as useful as possible, because on the credit building side, a lot of times with a lot of vendors, for the most part, a lot of shit that you buy, you don't really need. You just want to build business credit. So just try to build stuff like that. I might even start adding particular courses and, other services and stuff like that, just to I want to make this make as much sense for people as much as possible, so they can really, leverage this shit, but people have to really understand what this is. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, but that's that. Any questions? I think Corey got his hand up.
May I have a quick question?
Okay.
You actually answered the question I was getting ready to ask. So
all right, back. Go ahead,
Good.
Crypto Explorer.
Real quick, how about this three capital personal private living trust and will package? When would be the time to get that? Would you talk about that a little more, like a neighbor question?
When I would gear towards that after you get your identification and stuff for sure.
Oh, okay, right on. Thank you.
General,
Mm-hmm.
have you connected with Manamusa? Don't same vibe. Manamusa. He was at the conference.
Yeah, that's my evil twin. Yeah, that's my evil twin.
Twin. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we just just look, there's a lot of bullshit out here. So, and I know that, I'm not a part of it. So I don't know. I bust my ass to be able to do what I do and to be able to offer what I offer. So it's like, what you see is what you get with me, but at least it's not gonna be some bullshit, So I take pride. I'd rather be this way as opposed to being the smiling, grinning person all the time that's feeding you some bullshit that you don't like.
Okay, I got you. You.
So I'm either a guy you love or hate. Hey, but
we cool. Me and you, we straight. I just want to get your help you with this foundation as well and do my part.
We definitely need the women in line, for sure. My job is to get my hands dirty and get things done, build, and go through all the pain and agony that comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, that's bro, he's on a whole another page too, we just special individuals in the community or whatever, we're just trying to all find ways to kind of bring everything together, at the end of the day, which is easier said than done, but we're trying, any other questions?
This is wonderful for me. So I got my answers.
Thank you so much for clarifying so much stuff. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, shout out to Jesus. I see we got Clarity in the building. Yeah, we just like I say, I'm making the commitment to keep these conferences rolling again. I know it's been a while, but I said we're gonna do it every month now, and let's start building.
Peace, Chief. I dropped you this is Jeremy Yahoo. Sorry for interrupting you, sir. Dropped you a message in your chat. You don't have to answer it out loud, but before you log off, I'd appreciate it if you give just any response. Thanks.
Okay.
I actually want to make a YouTube playlist of some of General Hellraiser's videos for the newcomers, really, because I wanted to make like a Malachian introduction exam, basically, kind of get a lot of information into new members, and I'll set it up and have it approved by the general, and that'll be like the new requirement for a lot of new members. So just so we can keep each other accountable, we can be like, did you go through the introduction exam? That'll just eliminate a lot of bare bone questions of things,
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So
might make those part of the prep course. So yeah, any ideas? Well, yeah, that'll help too. If you guys do like Adam, if you could put together a survey, frequently asked questions for as pertaining to each individual service. We can add that stuff to the prep course as it's being revamped. And yeah. We're gonna look, everybody's questions and concerns are always going to be taken to ultimate account on all aspects. I don't just listen to shit and just ignore it, unless it's just some complete bullshit. But it's just like I need everything to be the way it's supposed to be. I need everything to evolve the way it's supposed to evolve. So everybody's concerns and questions are important. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know that. and we're working to become, bigger and better. Yeah. I'll be doing more thanks to
about what Queen Alia was speaking of. Can you hear me at all?
Yes, ma'am. What's up?
Was because I seen Queen Alia, she messaged me. Were you able to tap in and let the goddesses on the line know of the women empowerment group? Because I got in here a little.
Up under unforeseen situations. I don't know if she's texted you already.
Yeah.
No, I haven't, but I think since you're on, I think definitely take the floor on that.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Well, my apologies for coming in late. As y'all see, I'm traveling right now. But yes, for the women of the Malachian Empire and General Hellraisers group, we will twice a month meeting, just so that we can connect not only with emotional, but also mental manifestation, as well as finances, right? To be able to help the women of the group understand more what it comes to becoming your own sovereign person, establishing your business, learning about the in-depthness of what credit is and how to truly utilize it. But then also just having a sisterhood, right? So that anything that you are having trouble with, be it personal or business, you'll be able to come to us, have literally a no judgment zone, but also be able to build, because that's one thing that we are looking for within the community, is that, more women step up and really become the leaders and not just the followers. All hats off to the men of this amazing realm, but women, sometimes things that we come together, we can do it better, right? So we'll definitely be looking out for that in the next coming weeks. Hopefully we want to start that by the middle of March, so looking to do it within the second week of March, having our first meeting and everything like that.
Thank you, Pamela. So you hear that? So please also reach out to Goddess of Clarity, to help, and please pass on, share your ideas and thoughts with her or Miss Queen Alia. So sharing that with me, they're gonna make sure it's done or whatever. I'm just gonna look past it. I know it's gonna be great, and we're gonna roll it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we help the engine and the vehicle progress and move forward or whatever. A lot of things don't have to. I'm trying to get out of let other people handle certain areas and get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So many areas that need to be covered. And I think the Women Empowerment Group is going to help sustain that foundational component with keeping the people. I can do a great job of getting the people here, attracting the people and shit like that. But I think the women are definitely, women are better at both of that, to be honest. First of all, they look better to me. They act, they sound better to me, talk better to me. So it's like, it's going to be easier, you know what I'm saying? But as far as keeping that community here, and keeping that nourishment that women bring or whatever, and that compassionate aspect, I'm the tough love guy. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get all that soft stuff with me. But that's what the women and the queens are here for. And they're gonna do things on a level that I can't do it on. And it's just my job to support that,
Definitely. We'll be having literally, we were talking about it, just going around the country and having, meetups, right? Setting up something to where, just like Hellraiser was speaking about in our last conference of our retreats, right? Just having that familial, tribal communication in that community to not only be digital, but also set up, in the year coming, just physical meetups of masterminding, of, being able to literally have a group economic where maybe we all go in and we all purchase an apartment building together. What does that do? That's going to not only build trust, but also build equity. And we're going to continuously build a portfolio, right? Because if anything that I've seen and I know is that without change, without effort, things will only stay the same. Right. And so, again, hats off to you, Hellraiser. Even though shit ain't always sweet, you're trying to make things happen, so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're here for. And definitely looking forward to the build.
Yeah, definitely. When those live events start happening, those community builds start happening, you know, like I said, I'm gonna leverage the shit out of that, you know, because once the key to that is, you know, outside of what it is initially, like to be able to leverage that based on proper documentation. So when we're able to capture those moments and document those moments and share those moments to the world, that's how they know, like, those motherfuckers are for real. Those motherfuckers are nation building for real. You know what I'm saying? Those that we respect, we know that, try we identity. Now we see this, we've seen the symbols everywhere, we've seen the movements, they're donating to schools, to churches, they're doing all this community service. That's what it's all about, community service, you know, and at the same time we're doing business too, you know, so that's what it's all about. That's how we take things to the next level and be respected out here in these streets.
Sure.
Most.
I think she's Queen Alia is about to pop in for a second. Is that you, Queen Alia? Nah.
Have you thought about having titles like clan mothers in the tribe nation?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We want to. The concept is, you know, we want to build things on the aspect of royalty, you know. So we want to, you know, reference each other, you know, as in our queen and king capacities. You see what I mean? We're gonna be able to leverage that later. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and of course, there's even a level outside of that. You know, spiritually, you know, where our ministries, you know, is of course the head over that. You know, I'll shout out to Corey for being an amazing supporter and activist at one of our temples in Washington, D.C., the Temple of Mother Earth. It's just a lot of groundwork, a lot of areas to be, you know, to get our hands on. And, you know, I like to see people take the initiative and stuff like that. Those type of things, you know, can't be unseen, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely respect and gratitude for that. And it's that definitely gives me, you know, motivation, you know, to keep doing what needs to be done, you know. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can't wait to see the women's thing get on and popping, you know. That shit gonna be great.
Hellraiser, did you get them pictures I sent that you asked for?
Yeah. Did I even open them joints? I know I got y'all did a dope video. That's being added to the Eternal Self Ministries website this week. And definitely gonna pick through those pictures and add those too. You know, all we doing is this is the real life aspect of nation building, you know, building these government bodies, building these subdivisions, these departments and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot easier said than done. These are all separate entities, had to have separate operations, separate duties, separate responsibilities and stuff like that. You know, the deeper you guys get involved, you know, the closer you guys are able to look, you know, you guys will really see exactly what we're really trying to do or what we're really doing, you know. And for those that stick around during that building process will reap the ultimate benefits of that, you know.
Man, I'm excited. Goddamn. I'm excited.
Hellraiser. Once Sonata gets these two temples in DC situated, the plan is to start a temple in Mexico.
We talked about, she talked me about the temple in Mexico, so that means we'll have technically 4 temples all together.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Mexico, Colombia, and Washington, D.C. That's definitely a good start.
Atlanta.
You're coming to LA?
Atlanta.
We coming to all the major cities. We not going nowhere. I'm trying to figure out when it's gonna sink in everybody in. You know, like I am the ultimate chess player. You know, it's just like I was talking to Adam about this yesterday. I have an addiction. Like I am a angry maniac for nation building. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, yeah. So y'all got, that's what excites me and drives me or whatever like that.
I dig it. I've been asking, like, how can I just be like an affiliate and just promote what's going on? Like, people might not understand who I am, but I'm like, look, I ain't trying to say nothing necessarily. Like, this is what it really is. This is what we got to do. You know what I mean? They don't get it.
You're able to completely do that, be an affiliate. You can refer people. All is rather simplistic. It's all right there. It's already laid out for you. You can bring on to in the empire. You can create your own empire. You know what I'm saying? Have a subsidiary. It's really about how you want your nation to look and what added value you are bringing to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell anybody anything. You really got to tell yourself everything. You feel me? So it's like you start to live it. Once you start to breathe it, once you start to exude it, people be like, man, what you doing? You be like, oh, you want to know what I'm doing? Come on. Right?
Yeah. I think what some people get too caught up on is they know I like to smoke and drink. And I'm like, I be feeling like I'm smarter than motherfuckers. When like you sober, I'm smarter than you.
But what does smoking and drinking have to do with your passion for freedom?
Exactly.
The thing is that, again, it's about self, right? So how you carry really who your niche market is, right? So now you want to get your fellow smokers and drinkers, hit the blunt one time and be like, man, you ever think about freedom, my nigga? Right?
Okay.
It's like that.
Hell yeah. You know
what I mean? Because
woman.
You ain't got to change yourself in order to reach somebody, because there's somebody just like you looking for the answers, but they think, oh, because I drink and I smoke, nobody's going to accept me. That's what you do.
Oh, no, I don't think that at all. I just be like,
No,
okay, all right.
I'm not. I said other people, right?
Yes.
Other people.
Okay.
You know, but you're going to be that beacon to be like, yo, look, you could, wherever you're located, you could start having meetups where it's just, you know what I'm saying, a pop yo shit Sunday or something like that, right? Where everybody meets.
Yeah.
Right? You open the platform to have a smoke and chill, or a you know what I'm saying, or a learn and chill, right? Where
Yeah, that's something I would do. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just literally pull up, bring your own bottles, BYOB.
Yup.
You got to learn, right?
Yeah.
And bro, I already know I do the music like him. So you're right.
Yeah.
We just ain't been in the studio together yet. I'm waiting on it. You know, bro.
I gotta get back to that myself and release some of this.
Yeah.
I'm reading some questions, make sure. Alicia says, you say you have your foreign driver's license and your name is changed, and with the passport we still have to keep our government name, so just wondering which one do we use. Your foreign identification is completely separate from your public government identification. They're meant to remain separate, you know. So that's the decision, you know. Like, so if you're traveling internationally, you know, because we don't have our passports just yet, you know, you would need to operate in that government person capacity. You see what I mean? So only present things in relation to that government person. Now, in relation to any other instance where you don't need that government person because you already have the proper outfit to operate, you know, on the roads or general day-to-day operations and stuff like that. That's when you'll pull out, you know, or operate in that other legal capacity, which is on the private foreign side.
At least for now.
Yeah, at least for now.
If I may say something, bro, please.
Yes, sir.
So I've shared my experiences with you, and I just talked to an officer last night. You know what I mean? He said that it is respected what we're doing and what we have. yeah, you give respect to get respect, and then learn. You said it earlier, bro. Maybe you didn't say it how I said it, or how I'm about to say it. Know what the police procedure need to be.
That's
First of all, they need to be telling you their name, their badge number. They need, if you ask for the supervisor, they need to go get the supervisor. I done had police officer laughing. He talking about he the supervisor. He ain't got the white shirt on, the stripes, or nothing. Just want to play with me, right? So, but just stay on your square. I don't want to sound like a Moor or a Hebrew Israelite or none of that angry black man. For real. No, we have to learn our law.
That's true.
And bro just said it. Contract law. Go understand. He got the books. I got them. I downloaded them. It's on our Mighty Network thing app. I downloaded it. Yeah. Learn what contract law is.
Keep it the art of every.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yes, yeah, 100%. That's half the game on knowing you have to know their shit, know their standard, because that's what helps, with our success rate, because we're making our standard based on their standard for it to be mutually respectable, you know what I'm saying, or respected. And, just move in honor, and with exact fact, we're not here to argue. We don't want any issues. Probably we don't want to make a big scene, a mess, none of this stuff. We don't want this shit to escalate at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Just know how to play the game honorably and safely.
I come in peace.
I come in peace. I don't want no smoke. But yeah.
With no gun smoke.
General, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I saw one of your videos that you were traveling and there was a section in the airport where they were doing the no swaps, right? So you kept saying like, have your papers. So in the comments, people started talking about, the live life or life live claim, right? And so I started the process of getting that, to complement the tribal ID and the IDL, IDP. So I wanted to ask you, since in the live life claim, you pretty much have your government name, how would that benefit me if I'm traveling using my tribal ID and IDP IDL, since the identity is different, the name is different? Like, is there like a conflict between both things, or like can they complement each other to benefit
what you can
you?
do is you can do a live life claim in the tribal name and a live life claim in your born name.
Yeah, in certain cases, that's why I mentioned earlier, certain things might have to be done in both names, depending on which person has the conflict or the issue, or which person needs to go through the gate, basically. Now, I don't know about a live life claim, because that's kind of neither here nor there based on our processes, because that's the whole purpose of the tribal birth certificate. That is your live life claim right there, the tribal birth certificate. And your naming certificate that goes with that, shows the transition and acceptance from that government name or title into your private name and legal status or positional person. So now what I was saying was it was really simple. I couldn't say it on live, but some things I don't put it like this. Government agencies are aware of that there's tribes within the United States, right? We're one of them, right? They know these tribes, well, at least some of them, are self-sufficient, which means they have their own identification. They have their own birth certificates. They have their own records. These are the things that we provide. And these are the things that you pull out. That certificate of that private tribal certificate of birth is your claim, and it's a legal document. That's why it already comes notarized for you. That's a legal document at that point. Now, but I wasn't talking about none of that shit at the airport. I said, have your paperwork right. Now, I wasn't finna go through the airport explaining what the fuck my birth certificate is, and well, we're an indigenous. I don't do that, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If they want to see a negative COVID test, I'm gonna show them a negative COVID test. Just because I showed them a negative COVID test, don't mean I took the test. I'm just saying. They didn't tell me to take the test. They said they need to see it. They need to see the test.
You can give me a negative test
Yeah, I
from,
get you. I
from,
get
from
you.
you, Chief Razor. You give me a negative one, Chief Razor. My tribe said I'm negative. Fuck it up.
They didn't say they didn't say I need to get vaccinated. They said I had to show a vaccine card. Cool.
How can I acquire a tribal birth certificate from you guys?
Just go through the tribal, get the tribal package. If you as an individual, get the individual one, or if you're a family, you have family packages too that you include, any children or spouse and stuff like that. You just contact the number.
Is there a specific extension? Because right now I'm in the process of excuse me?
111.
111. Okay, so that's separate from the tribal package that I bought recently of the tribal ID and the IDP IDL.
You purchase so you do have a part of it, which is the tribal ID. So you came in up under a combination membership special. So in that case, you would get a discount on any package you choose because you already have the ID.
Okay, so extension 111 and ask them for what specifically?
Tell them you want to proceed with the tribal package and you already have a tribal ID, and let them know that I said that a discount applies to that.
All right, brother. Sounds good. Will do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to piggyback off of that too, though, because when you have your tribal IDs, understand that we are creating a way to operate with multiple levels, right? So the thing is that I have yet to get rid of my quote unquote United States government issued anything. Only thing I do is I operate matrix. When I choose to use the tribal ID, I use the tribal ID, just like General Hellraiser was speaking about. So I always want to encourage everybody to start to learn how to operate within and without the system, right? Without the system is when you're utilizing your tribal identification. But if you're within the system and you don't want to raise any red flags, you don't want to make any explanations, keep all of your personal identification that you had from the day you were born until you found out about this information, because it helps you in the long run, right? And until you're able to really perfect your traveling, always keep both. Because again, if y'all get pulled over, if you get stopped, what's going to be better, to handle it on the front end and to make an explanation, or handle it on the back end and say, I don't want to contract with you because I know about contract law?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. But the only thing I would say with that is, if you have a suspended driver's license, you do not travel with the driver's license at all. You're definitely going to go to jail, for sure. Now, outside of that, yeah, it's so, but always keep it separate, meaning that if you have it with you, still have separation. That is the rule with the private and public as far as identification, meaning don't have it in the same wallet. I have separate wallets for each person. Each person has his own wallet. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm pulled over I'm deciding which person he's not gonna, because this is what they'll do. They'll see your foreign shit and spot your government shit, and they're gonna address you. Because they just saying jurisdiction right there. Now we're gonna deal with you what we have control over, that we show you. Just show me proof of contract. Now show me that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're gonna operate with you against. But outside of that, operating up under the appropriately with your private identification. If you have everything in order and no contracts, no visible contracts that the state can run, when they run that plate, and that plate is registered to the private trust name that reflects the same name on your private identification, which is all foreign within foreign jurisdiction, that's when you're gonna be on your way home. Like there's a high 90% success rate on that. I'm just being modest. Like we don't have many issues with traveling at all. If anybody had an issue with traveling, it's because now officer might talk shit like, well, I'm gonna give you a warning today. Yeah, but is people that had some type of conflict of interest with how they was operating. Meaning they might have had a tribal identification, but the car was registered to the person that has suspended driver's license. You know what I'm saying? Or registered to a family member that's tied to the person that has a suspended driver's license, and the name that's on the identification is the government name in which they ran, that they have control and ownership of. So some people, that's why I say, that's why we no longer allow government names on the identification, because it's a conflict of interest. Because when you go and register into the new state, a new county that you live in, they don't even got the system has upgraded. That's why we had to continue to upgrade. They don't have to run your name, your ID number no more. They can run the name in reference to the surrounding jurisdiction, and that your shit will pop up and tie right back to the number in which they have shows back to the contract that you waived your right to travel and you're a fucking driver. You see what I mean? But the thing is, in every situation of fault, when I interview somebody on what happened, there's always that hanging string they had out and say, oh yeah, no, it was such. I say, that's where they got you, because they have people like, well, how did they find out about the some people that may have had a private name? Well, how they relink me back to my old self? There's no way possible they can relink you back to something if you don't give them something to relink back to. It's impossible, unless they come out with a system that's on the spot fingerprinting, and that reruns you in the system that you've already been locked in or incarcerated, and ties you back through based on your fingerprint identification. Now, if they ever do that shit, now we're gonna have a service that burns off people's fingertips. And hey, it is what it is. But the point is, we always gonna figure out a way. We're gonna be at Malachian Empire fingertip fucking raps and shit, you know. But the point of it is no, if they're tying you back to the government person, something within the operation of that vehicle, between you and that vehicle, is tying them back to that person, you know. Every time, every once in a while.
Right, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, traveling has been my number one thing. That was my number one area, like of breaking the matrix. Like traveling identification, bro. I know every thread of it, from dealing with Homeland Security, TSA. I learned half the game from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how I know the power of operating as a foreign national. You know what I'm saying? I understand the importance of creating your own shit, of organization, private membership contracts. That's why you think we do this shit for no reason? That's why, no, you got to fill out an application. No, you got to go through that. It's always a method to the madness. You know what I'm saying? You know?
General,
yeah.
And what you just said right now, trying to avoid them tying you back to your government strawman name. In the tribal ID, when I went forth and I submitted everything, obviously my height, weight, everything stays the same as my strawman, and actually my first name is the same as my strawman name. The only thing that changed was that I eliminated my last name and used Malachi as my last name. Is that a problem, or should I eliminate even the first name?
I would say it's cool. To be honest with you, though, my personal recommendation is to completely eliminate any aspects of any variations of the original person, the government name. That's how you can guarantee they can't retie you back to it.
Or gotcha. Just a variation of your first name. Like, what is your first name?
Esteban or Esteban.
Okay, so now you can call yourself Steven. Bam. See that?
Yeah.
So like that. So General, like that slight change right there is good enough to proceed.
That's what y'all know. That's why a lot of stuff we do is very little bit. That is very important.
What I did, I took my middle name, took out the H, and it's just the Adam, and threw away the last name, created my own. Boom, Adam Dosar. Yep.
So it's basically a fake ID.
We don't do fake ID.
No.
Oh.
No,
please
this
don't say that, bro.
Don't say that, bro. Right?
We gotta strike that from the record.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is what we call alternate egos. If you guys ever seen Jason Bourne, the Bourne Identity, right? You were just I say that I have 7 uncolonized names by choice, right? Every name that I have is completely off of the name that I was given.
Right.
It doesn't even match up with my government name, right? So you're literally creating different alter egos. Like, no lie, one of them for me is I am Beyonce Kim, right? Because I like Beyonce. You know what I mean?
But I think with your purpose, when you created each one of those, I bet that each one of them, you knew that each one of them served a different purpose, a separate purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't relate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and we got to understand that is what we need to be doing and the mind frame we have to be on. And that's how we safeguard things. We're preparing for fault. We're preparing for problem. We're preparing for these things. That's why we're doing things. A lot of these things are in place that some of y'all might not understand the importance and value of it until a problem happens. We'll be like, well, do you got that? You have that? All right, all right, this is what we need you to do. You see
That's
what I mean?
exactly.
It ain't gonna make sense. See what I mean? It's the setup for the play. You know what I'm saying? It's a setup for the play. Like, why y'all think we went a step further on not only providing our own private tribal birth certificates, but creating an authenticated private tribal birth certificate, right? Like whoever already has a birth certificate, no, this ain't no regular Kinko paper. You got to have a DA license to even get this type of paper. This is government paper, first of all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm already premeditated worst case scenarios and place security measures on a case-by-case basis based on problematic issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I need, like, the game has been changed and simplified because we already got the blueprint laid out. You know what I'm saying? We already have these safety measures. All you guys are doing is going from one state to another. You know what I'm saying? You guys are going from the public to the republic. You see what I mean? So, but self-government means we are responsible. They're not going to provide us aid and assistance on helping us build our departments and our subsidiaries to operate in. We have to be the creators and controllers and managers of these operations, and nothing gives them authority unless we give them authority. Now, if we contract back with the state by becoming federally recognized, then we're screwed again. You see what I mean? So it's pros and cons to everything, So, but which means we have to work a little bit harder, but we have more control over where we are and where we're going at the end of the day. And if we do reap a benefit of a federal contract, it may be through in relation of affiliation of a federally recognized tribe, which is why I'm working on building treaties with some of the biggest nations out there, such as the Cherokee Nation. You know what I'm saying? No, they already got the contract, but I'm gonna be cool with you so we can reap the benefits too. Shit like that. So now we're not in direct contract with the state. We just have private treaties amongst the nation that has the contract with the state. So based on that, we can assume and adopt affiliation, if that makes sense. So
light years ahead, and they say thought move faster than light.
Hey, don't y'all know that emoji? A dude that be like,
yeah, that's what I did there. I'm like, oh, he on that other level.
Hey, bro. Hey, Razor, I be saying you light years ahead, right? And then scientifically, they say thought move faster than light.
Oh, of course.
It's all chess to me. It's all chess.
I know.
Game of chess.
I think we should adopt that same structure of what he's doing. Like, even us on this live right now, we should communicate with each other and collaborate with each other to make sure this family structure is strong, And if y'all got services or things y'all do, I want to help y'all.
That's what we doing,
we can. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got a podcast. If y'all trying to talk about nothing, just hit me up. And anything y'all doing, I'm willing to go with. Like, we really need to make this tight.
Big bro, too busy. I'll connect with you.
Yeah, don't wait. Hey, look. This is a family vehicle. Don't wait till I get in the car to move. Shit.
Right.
Y'all got your IDLs and IDPs getting the motherfucking drive. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I say you got the flag and everything. Yeah.
Of course.
That'll be represented.
Of course. Got to.
up your information, right? When you are doing this, don't forget, y'all, all of these identifications can be conveyed into a business. So if you got your ID, you need to set up a business. So guess what? Now you got an EIN. If you have your foreign situs, then boom, guess what? Now that business is considered foreign, right? So we want to learn how to operate within everything that we are being provided. Because when you use your foreign ID and they ask you for a social, oh, for sure, I got this 9-digit number you could use. Feel me?
There you go. It already has its own lines of credit. You see what I mean?
And it's already crime.
It's already, you see what I mean? That's what it's for.
That's the whole purpose, is just the elevation to think outside of the box, right? Now we are still operating within the United States government, but as a business, as a private business, as a private business, right? Full faith and credit. You heard?
Yes. So do some of us in this room need to understand what dual citizenship is? And then we gotta love ourselves and understand that we are our tribe, our family, our government, our nation. And I think that's what we're struggling with, because I really understand that for myself. So I really respect what my god brother doing. I see to me, the United States is McDonald's, but I'm like, no, I don't want McDonald's, United States. I want Malachian Empire. I want a real cow. You know what I'm saying? Grass fed. Like I want GMO. Do that make sense if I explain it that way?
Yeah. Nah, we have.
I'm all right. I'm about to mute up. Teach, please.
We have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We have a choice, but the choice comes with responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like, okay, you don't want our shit. See, the reason why they get so much power, because we haven't been programmed, built, or established to operate independently. You know, we have become dependent upon the products and services of the United States. You know, simple as that. Like, oh well, you guys want to drive? Well, we built the roads. You know, you guys want to fly? These are our airports. You know, so we got to think. So what we're doing right now is on this. No matter how powerful and effective, it's still on a small scale, and we got to hurry up and elevate our levels of consciousness to start generating, you know, the wealth that we need. You know what I'm saying? Because the name of the game is to be self-sustained. So we're not going to keep on the objective is not to win a fight against them to let us through their airports and shit. Our objective is to own and create our own fucking airports. Fuck their airports.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're always going to be subject to some, because guess what? On the flip side, they don't have to do business with us. You know what I'm saying? So they can have their requirements respectfully. They can have it's their shit. That's another thing we gotta understand. Like, we can't necessarily keep blaming them for only wanting to do business with us within a certain, you know what I'm saying? We gotta level up and understand the game and quit crying about it, and know we have responsibility to act independently, you know, truly, you know. The Malachian Empire has its own Declaration of Independence, in which we'll be coming with all tribal packages soon. It's a lot of different things, man. There's some things that we have that I can't say because we live right now, and I'm tapped all the way in. I'm tapped all the way in, all the way in, all the way in.
I'm already knowing, bro. You know our other brother Cheese, he got tired of me asking him and talking to him about this. So he personally introduced me to you. And I am who I am, you are who you are. And I appreciate you, bro.
Man,
because just whatever you just did for me and gave me, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm still learning too. No, I appreciate you.
Gratitude.
Yeah. I'm rocking. Like,
appreciate you,
Peace and love, King. Peace and love to the family. What's that?
Oh snap!
Sam
That's the OG
Bo.
dude right here.
What's
He was here
what's good,
before I
point
even got
man?
in.
What's
Sam
good,
Bo.
man? Hey,
Walk
shout out,
in.
shout out to the king right there, big bro, right there, big bro, Hellraiser. I just want to say peace and love to the family, and man, everything I see, all the new faces and everybody getting on. I just want to say, man, everything that big bro's saying, just take it in like a sponge, and don't think that you can learn it all in one day, because I'm still learning too. I've been with Razor for a minute, but I'm still going through it too. Still trying to transfer everything over and actually trying to learn how to balance the private side and the public side. So I heard Homegirl say earlier, learn how to balance, learn how to leverage each one. So I'm doing that right now. I'm slowly opening up bank accounts with my tribal ID card, just to establish a credit card, just to have another form of ID, so I can use that for, as leverage to open up other accounts as well. But go ahead, big bro.
Nah, exactly. Yeah, you're working on, remember, 5 points of identification. You have to create a body for the legal person. You have to create a body, Then you have to give it life. Like I was talking to one of the bros earlier. If you establish your new private trust, that is a moving vehicle if you know how to provide the gasoline and the wheels for it to move. You see what I mean? But a private trust without established credit is like a stillborn baby. You know what I'm saying? It's dormant. It's always going to need, or it's going to be too immature to operate on its own. It's always going to need a parent. It's always going to need that parent, parental guidance, control, and cosign. So the objective is to help build this trust up to a strong, mature legal person, so it can operate on its own 2 feet. That's the objective. That's the whole point of this. But that takes time. It takes work. It takes your dedication and commitment. And we just stay on task. Just give yourself a game plan that you can stick to. It doesn't have to be huge. A monthly commitment on just something that you can do to add towards, add icing on, to the cake or whatever. That's it. That's all. And then before you know it, when you're ready to make a move, oh shit, you're in a position. What do you know? You know what I'm saying? What do you know? Oh shit. Yeah, that's what happens, Stay on course. I see a lot of people fall off course. They hit the detour. We hit it this way. Here they go. They got distracted by the sign right there. All righty. See you later. We're
You
still
kind of sound like me, bro. I need button up, please.
Look.
Come back and get me.
Look, we still going. Now hopefully, bro, read the record around and go over. Don't know when you miss your stop. We'll do so you get. That's about fuck. You okay. I mean, look, we going at a steady pace. So it ain't super hard to get back on course, but it's easier if you stay on course. You know what I'm saying?
Is your healthcare better than Medicaid?
You say,
another thing about banking, if those who don't know, we should not be banking in our personal accounts. Every account that we have should be a business account, because when you bank under your social, you are assuming all of the liabilities that come with that.
Mm-hmm.
So establishing a business, a trust bank account, let the business take on the liability and not you personally.
100%.
So if you have an account, I encourage you to make a goal to get a trust and set up an account, and then move everything over to take that liability off of you.
Mm-hmm. Because anything that go wrong with that, any government, any liabilities that the government name, acquires, can put your assets, your money, your assets at risk. You know what I'm saying? You got liens, judgments, child support, lawsuits, whatever like that. So, that government entity is not meant to be the holder, because it can't sustain itself. It doesn't have any protection. It's all about knowing what did I call it? Oh, contractual. I think I call it contractual intercourse. You know, you have to have, yeah, you know, you have to have safe contractual intercourse out here, y'all. You know, y'all going in without a rubber, man. No, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it tight, man. Wrap it up. You know, yeah, we using that government name outside of this proper context is like, it's just too much room for liability in which you as the person, you know, are left to be held responsible for that, you know? So that's definitely a key point for real.
General, do you guys have any plans of coming out with foreign passport?
Yeah, it's in motion. Yeah, the Malachian passport is in motion.
Like soon or a couple months down the road?
Well, soon is a couple months down the road.
Well, I mean, like soon as in like, you know, a month or two, or like, oh no, you know, 12 months, a year and a half, something like that.
Well, nah, it ain't gonna be that long. It ain't gonna be that long. I can't say what up because there's a lot of levels to that. What I can say is that within a couple months, it won't be foreign to see developments of that, you know, physically. Will it be ready to roll out then? Don't know. It all depends on how I feel about where we are as far as the security features, you know. So it's all about compliance at that point and government standards. So that's what we're working out outside of the general structure, you know. Just, and that's all I can speak of on that because we are live or whatever. But yeah,
And that's
thank you.
If I may speak right now, that's what I was trying to say. I think that's what we got to understand when we have dual citizenship. See, like, let the United States be full of shit like they are. We know who we are, so we use them. And yeah, we have the right to self-identify and have our nation and our tribe. And we can contract unlimited. It's like, I don't know. It's, you know, people, yeah, you got to study for yourself, man. I don't want to sound like I know everything. I'm still learning from bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically it will be a form. In that aspect, what we're doing is it will become an actual form of citizenship. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know in the in secure party creditor world, you know, the word citizen is a bad word, you know, but we're gonna leverage that word because that word is gonna work in our favor as long as it's within our own nation.
So citizen is only a bad word because it's only connected to the government that we know of, which is the United States government. But if there was another one, then citizen, you know, just like anything else, people, tribe.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can't get attachment issues to words because the same words that the same is based on perspective. The same things that might be rule breakers, deal breakers, or bad words on this side, on the public side, may work into our advantage on the private side. Except our declaration is being citizens of such instead of citizens of such, right? So we have to understand that, you know. So when we come out with the passports and we start, you know, we update applications and shit like that, y'all see the word citizen and shit like that. Don't be getting scared. It's for your best interest, you know. Certain rules you got to follow when you don't want to be respected as government. That's all, you know.
Does anybody have any success?
Capital C versus the lowercase c is the difference.
Yes, sir.
Has anybody had any success? Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, has anybody here have any success opening within the U.S. a crypto account using the tribal ID, like a crypto exchange account, and then, you know, going through the security part and then using your tribal ID to identify yourself?
Yes. Crypto Bully is probably one of the most private guys in the crypto space, and he has all of our identification. He's even buying fucking real estate inside the blockchain right now with the identification, you know, because matter of fact, you can't even purchase real estate on some of these or certain assets within the space if you're a U.S. citizen. You have to be a foreign national. That's what people don't understand. People not getting what we doing, man. It's like,
Damn,
wow.
that's another status right there.
It's crazy.
We already
That's facts. I can attest to that.
we already got a crypto goat in the game that's already moving and shaking in this like that on that side. You know?
Wow.
Like it don't get no deeper than that. Most people ain't never even seen a nigga face. You know what I'm saying? That's how private crypto is.
I've had multiple accounts canceled because I was a U.S. citizen.
Yes, exactly. You know, they're blocking the U.S. citizen. People don't understand. That is a limitation of a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? As far as big, the real shit. No, but if you operate in the foreign capacity, you have all the identification to back it up. You have the number wise physical identification. You know, you have that body of work to back up that foreign person. We getting past go already. We're doing things. Like I said, I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? We're doing things in spaces that are not even people are even aware of at this point. You know what I'm saying? Now, eventually, of course, they're gonna roll out the opportunities to everybody else for USN, but you want to get your hands in shit before it rolls out to the public. You know?
So you can't even maneuver around this process if you broke, right?
Well, you need a little cash, you know what I'm saying? You need a little cash, but that's why I stress, the understanding on, leveraging what you do have, whether you go to work every day, you punch a clock, know how to leverage that check, you know what I'm saying? Establish that trust account, allocate those employee, that employment income into the name of the trust, into the trust account. So now you can leverage that employee income as business receivables. Now you leverage that business receivables, you leverage the bookkeeping of that, while at the same time invest in some of those, a percentage of those employment dollars to establishing the business credit for that trust. You know what I'm saying? Slowly start opening up and activating credit accounts with other credit reporting agencies. And it's always a way out.
Wow, you said a lot.
When I started this game, look, I was just telling Adam about this, talking about being broke, no funds. I was selling my blood and plasma.
Hey, tell King, tell King, hey, my bad, General, fucking homeboy King, his camera's on, and he's naked as shit right now. I mean, my bad, bro.
What are you doing?
Hey, giving us a peep show.
Nah, just a heads up real quick.
Yeah, your camera, bro.
Gotta give him blood.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, man. But
Peace. I got a question when you get a minute, bro.
I'll go ahead, bro. Yep.
Hey, question is actually, you're just touching on it a little bit. So I got a private foundation. I try to open up a stock account with it, but with a private foundation, they still wouldn't let me do it because it was private. What would you say be the best way? Do it through a trust or do it through what? Or do you have any recommendations? Because they wouldn't let me do it through my private foundation.
Yeah, it really depends. That can vary on, depending on that particular particular market or whatever. I know like Fidelity, you should go through as a trust. They accept that, no problem. Just as well as TD Ameritrade.
Yeah, so that's why I went. So I probably got to do it through a trust then, because they wouldn't do the private foundation.
Well, what you got to understand the technicalities of it is, as far as in reference to the IRS, most private foundations still fall up under the realm of a trust. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that changes is the declaration structure. You see what I mean? So, but obtaining an EIN for those type of entities are classified as like a foreign grantor trust or unincorporated association. That's when you're talking about the banks. With the banks, you're gonna go in and say, "Hey, I want to open up a private foundation account. Hey, I want to open up a 508 account." They be like, "Huh?"
Right.
So we're talking IRS language. The banks don't. The banks classify all that shit as unincorporated association. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know what language to use and how to dress things up accordingly, depending on what you're trying to do.
Say less. I got your piece.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's irrevocable or revocable or anything like that.
No.
It's all up to you.
Yeah, I'm about to open up a trust account, so I will let y'all know how that go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember back in the day, for people that's been around for a while, opening up trust accounts was like a big deal, and No, if you have all your shit right, all the paperwork, it's a seamless process. Same with with a business trust. But what people don't understand, a business trust is a foreign structure, or is a throwback structure. It's been kind of pushed up under the rug, just as well as your soul corps and a lot of your 508 ministries been kind of cuffed up on the rug, but it's not new up under the sun. But you have to know what to ask for. You got to know what banks to go to. For unincorporated associations, you got banks like PNC Bank. They have a specific account for that type of entity. Now as far as business trust, you have to go to a bank that offers a business trust account. Most banks try to classify it as just a trust, which is still considered like a personal account. It has to be a business trust account, so just understand, and a lot of times you have to damn near educate the banker on these things. So just find a bank that is familiar, or you're able to work them through the process to get the proper bank account that you need. When you find one that understands most of the structures that you work with, love them to death. Yeah.
What you think of Blue Vine? I think they're like just like a virtual digital bank, like an online type of bank, not necessarily brick and mortar, but they did just like almost no problem. They set up my business account. Chase gave me a hard time. Yeah, so I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm just like Blue Vine. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think I probably tried them when they first came out, and I had a problem. But yeah, if you got past go, yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. I keep that in mind now. I'm pretty sold by my bank now. I'm pretty good. I can get any type of account I want now, with them. So I'm not really looking. But it's good to have different mobile banking options and stuff like that for particular purposes. And for those, I will be revealing certain banking options, other alternative banking options. The only person that may be familiar with those things is they're not on the call right now. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff. We live right now, but I can't mention those sources. But we got some banking shit that's coming to play. That's the banking option that's available.
I just have a quick question. Excuse me. So the sister was talking about.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, brother. Sarky's been waiting for a long time.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Sarky.
Unless he accidentally had his.
I don't think his mic is working. He keeps unmuting it and then muting it back.
Sarky.
You gotta double check your mic.
Sarky, talk.
If you can hear us, put something in the chat, Sarky, so we know what's going on.
Okay, may I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I was traveling earlier a few days ago through the iSelf-Law Master, and I saw something related also the tribal ID that's related to you now. So I was wondering if a person has like a tribal ID from then, which is somehow related to you, and we get like another tribal ID for the tribal package, would that give any conflict or be two different entities?
You saying you have another ID from another source?
Yes. And but in this case in particularly would be from iSelf-Law, which they are attaching that tribal ID to yours, to your tribe or something like that. I saw this. They said they have some partnership, right? So I was wondering, would that be in the same system or would it be two different entities? Those tribal IDs.
Well, so that'd be like a dual membership technically. But yeah, iSelf-Law identification is still Malachian Empire identification, for tribal identification. So yes, so that you wouldn't have to get another tribal ID.
Okay, so there will be a conflict. Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've completely married on that side. So both sides were being synced in that in relation to that.
Is Sarky back? He want to jump in? I'm gonna ask my question as well.
Yo, Sark, you there? All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, appreciate it. I just wanted to know, are you a proponent of discharging debt? I don't know if this is a private conversation, whether or not you provide training on negotiable instruments, bills of exchange, checks, and so on forth with trade capital.
No, not yet. We were going to roll out bonding, but we just don't have the manpower for that process right now. But I will be doing courses, dropping courses and webinars inside the Malachian Empire in reference to bonds, specifically silver bonds. Yeah, and I will, of course, be throwing concepts and stuff like that as far as ways to use and stuff like that for insurance purposes, legal purposes, and stuff like that.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Oh, good. All right, I'm gonna take these a couple more questions and shut it down. I got a whole bunch of shit to do. All right, Sark, if you're that, go ahead. If you're not ready, Divine Glory, you can go.
Okay, so before I found you guys, I knew a little bit about trust and creating them, and I was able to create myself a trust through another source. But the domicile is here within the United States. So when I came to you guys, it was my first time hearing about foreign, and I know foreign has two different definitions, but I mean foreign as in like from a different country. Is there a benefit to having the trust registered in a different country, domicile wise, as opposed to having a domicile here in the U.S. in terms of like, let's say, jurisdiction, or like doesn't really matter?
EIN numbers is for tax purposes in general. You know what I'm saying? And entity identification purposes in reference to the IRS, but all trusts are not necessarily required to have a trust. That's not the trust itself. As far as foreign doesn't necessarily mean from another country either. You know what I'm saying? Trade Capital is a foreign LLC, right? The reason why it's a foreign LLC is because it was formatted outside of the jurisdiction in which it now operates in, which is Illinois, Indiana. So it was born in New Mexico, and we brought it from New Mexico and brought it into another state of jurisdiction of operation. So that classifies it as foreign. Like on the articles of incorporation, it says foreign limited liability company. You see what I mean? So it's based on jurisdiction is state by state, not just country by country and stuff like that. So it depends. So technically, yeah, you can have a domestically formatted foreign vehicle, But yeah, if you want to add a deeper component of privacy or protection and stuff like that, it is a higher level of security or privacy by forming things completely outside the United States, 100%. But at the same time, you can have a domestically formed vehicle like an LLC, but still is identified by a completely foreign EIN number that was established outside the United States. You see what I mean? So you could have a regular LLC that's not foreign that has a foreign EIN number that was foreign outside the United States, and because of that, and if you don't attach a U.S. person to that entity, then that vehicle would still be classified as a foreign business because it's ran or owned by a foreign person. So there's a lot of different ways to understand that, and so everything is circumstantial based on what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. But there's different technicalities to it, and once you understand those technicalities, you understand like what foreign really means in several aspects. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, I mean, it opened up a lot of other questions, but obviously there's no time for that. Yeah, because it's a very interesting topic. Because in the trust that I have, it says it abides by the laws of such and such state, but then you're saying that you can have a trust that abides by, let's say, Florida, by the laws of Florida, but the EIN can be from like Taiwan to show congruency with your tribal ID. And that's what I got from you, right? And you're saying there's some benefits to doing that as opposed to having an EIN number from like...
It's not necessarily saying the number itself is a number, right? So the number itself may be, it identifies the person of ownership. So when you get a foreign EIN number, that's the IRS saying that this entity is owned, created, or controlled by a foreign person. So it's assumed that the person behind the identification number is a foreign person. And this is the number that identifies the foreign person in relation to that foreign vehicle or that domestic vehicle that you're operating in.
So even if the foreign person lives here in the US, they can, sign up for an EIN number with, let's say, the tribal ID, but in the domicile have a US domicile?
100%. There's a lot of, first of all, we got to understand the United States itself is a foreign motherfucking country. I mean, right?
I can attest to this. Yes.
That's first of all, you know what I'm saying? So yes, that's proof right there. So it's a lot of foreign money going on around this joint. So yeah, 100%. So yeah, you have the origination, the point of origination, which is off of you out of United States territory. And then you have your United States mailing address or business address. Well, they like to call it just mailing address. And that's what you'll use, in operation here.
That's interesting, brother. Thank you so much. It clarified a lot of things.
Oh, good.
I think that's something that we're all trying to get clear on, bro. And just since day one, actually meeting you and how I met you, how I know you, but I was like, oh, I saw his videos before, right? I saw your videos before, and I always thought you made sense, but you don't know who to trust. So now, actually doing business with you, actually being connected, actually doing things that I've been wanting to do, you know what I mean? I could see it, and I think that's something the last brother that was just talking, you got to understand that. Look, the United States is occupying our land.
Mm-hmm.
See, we got to remember, we the Aboriginals. We the what our ID say, bro? That we in with a. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta understand. Man, I study so much. I understand that once upon a time, the world understood that we had 3 Indias. That was the Americas to, I guess, Africa to Hindustan now, and Russia, Asia, whatever, all that shit over there. Like, so we got pyramids everywhere under the water. Now, I don't want to get too deep, bro, because I don't think that's where you go right now.
Yeah, we might have to have a Malachian history class then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, man, the game is simple. Once you destroy your current program perspective of things and see things for what they really are, and now you can start placing things and now getting creative with things. That's we're able to do the things that we're doing and continuously evolve because now we're at a point of being creative. Now we're just we're seeing the windows of opportunity, we're manifesting and just creating these things, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, the funny part about you is that, yeah, you had the, the benefit of actually knowing me personally, you know what I'm saying? Through a personal, brother of mine, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I'm the same guy, you know. It just I don't like fabricating things or misleading information and stuff like that. It's just
Not at all. I wish you be mobile sometimes. Like, fuck, no, just do it. Just
yeah. But yeah. So hopefully we address a lot of things that I think we covered everything in general. I will have this recording inside the Malachian Empire Network. And hold on, let me answer this last question. This is from Sarky, put it in the chat.
I got one more too.
Okay. He said, as far as Trade Capital debit card for registration for green card, a request for social security number. All right, so he's asking about our foreign national debit cards that's from another organization within the Malachian Empire, which is the Foreign National Charitable Holdings. This is going to be our private holding company, which will be the issue of our private debit cards and banking system. All right, but yeah, of course, yeah. But this is where we are at this present moment. For right now, can we issue out debit cards? Yeah, but there's technicalities and there's certain limitations. It does not, the wallet is not ready yet. But put it like this. The primary point of this is for identification purposes, one, but it's another form of identification that is actually an active and usable debit card. You'll be able to manage your account, upload, do whatever, except I can't say that on live. It's a debit card, it's a live debit card that will reflect your private trust name that you're operating in to match the identification, the name that's on your identification. So it has dual purposes for for additional form identification and for general, basic banking, debit usage, stuff like that. But the next level is through our own private banking platform, which is still up under development. So he's asking about the social security number part of it. So those are the cons. So so do we need, because of certain banking regulations, they are requiring social security numbers to activate these cards. So either yes, we have to use that government number, or maybe an alternative number like a credit profile number. Maybe I'm not giving legal advice or what's name, whatever, but that is the option. But the point is that all we need is the card to be activated. Now, once the card is activated, we can reprogram the actual data that the card holds within the magnetic strip code and convert the name into the public name into the private name. So it kind of doesn't matter, because when we get it, we're going to reprogram it, but we need to activate it first. So it's going to get reprogrammed. So when it swipes, back in the day, guys used to just, be able to produce debit cards, but it might have your private name on there. But when they swipe it, like if you go to a clothing store, certain outlet stores, they look at the receipt to verify identification or the number. And so on the actual coding of the card, it'll reveal that it doesn't match the number or the number and the name on the card, which would be, confidential at this point. But we have the technology now to reprogram any card. Shit, back in the day, we was turning bus cards into debit cards. You know what I'm saying? Because we could program anything with a magnetic strip if you have the technology to do so. So by the time you get your debit card back from us, it's going to be reprogrammed to the new name. Put it like that. And that's our temporary process and resolution, and that's just for starters. So I haven't been making a big noise about it until the new process is done, the full process. This is temporary right now, what we're doing. All right.
Brother, what's the extension number to be able to get an IT number so I can open a trust using my tribal ID? Like what's the extension number so I can speak to them?
You need an I-10 number?
Well, yeah, because you were saying to open a trust using the tribal ID, you know, in the IRS website, you need to show a social security number or an IT number, no?
Yeah, in your case, you already have an I-10 number, right?
I did, but for my government name, and it got expired. So
if you have your
if I'm gonna
foreign,
make business using it,
if you still have your active foreign passport and birth certificate, we do have internal sources to get you a new I-10 number.
is there an extension number that I have to call to speak to them? Or a link?
That'll still be the 888-597 number, 8825 extension 101 for that, for Trade Capital.
101. Gotcha.
All right.
Do you guys have these talks often? Because man, first time joining y'all, and it feels like family, man. Everybody's so down to earth, and I want to know if you guys have this on a weekly basis.
Nah, not weekly, but once a month for me. But like I say, that doesn't stop. Like I said, we're gonna try to engage more and more. But definitely, we're gonna do these conferences once a month.
It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to connect with anybody else in the network as well. Feel free.
Yeah,
and I have a Zoom that we could all get together with in between the time that Hellraiser, next time he's available, we can get on a Zoom and we all could, break bread and do what we need to do.
Right. One question, General, do I need to attach the W-8 bin to that trust account? It's mighty funny. I seen it on the application. They had a little box down there. You would miss it. Are you a foreign national? And they got a little W-8 bin, little box right there. So do I need to attach that W-8 bin to that trust account?
Nah, because that'll only be required if you are dealing with a bank and you're going in fully up under your private capacity and they're accepting that. And that's when it'll just be the regular W-8.
Okay, because Navy Federal. I'm going through Navy Federal.
Yeah, I don't know about them, but yeah, I guess you can try, but it depends on if they accept it in the private capacity, and then that way you'll be using like your tribal ID and your other foreign identification, and they might request a W-8, which is the certificate of foreign status.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm up out of here. I forgot I got another conference call tonight too.
Peace, God bless. Peace, everybody.
Peace to the family.
I will be the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, Hellraiser.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Hey.
Hellraiser.
Yep.
I need to get with you.
All right, bro.
And I'm still waiting on my call.
Okay. Well, I know.
Hey, we all need to get with Hellraiser. Love you, bro.
I love it.
Sir, peace. Hey, hit me up. I'll be on the Mighty Networks, man. Let's connect. Let's get it going.
Don't forget to find out about our price for going to Washington for the conference since we're members.
I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna get on the phone right now. I got a conference with them right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we need discounts.
I definitely will bring that up. I got you.
So
make sure they take EBT, all right?
Yeah, we all get on the bus and go to Washington.
So I keep y'all posted on that. All right. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.